Three, two, one. Oh.
And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at Dice Hard with a Vengeance, your weekly D&D game here on Twitch and YouTube Live. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. As always, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Tap the little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss the uploads. Buy the shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com. And I have a couple quick little announcements because I'm a professional. I actually had to write them down this week. Shout out to our friends at Quest In Trays. They built my wonderful custom Dice Hard with a Vengeance tray. And now, as of actually this morning, they are now selling a custom dice towers as well to go along with said trays. So that's awesome. Check them out. They're on Instagram. They're awesome. I love this tray, and I might even look into a dice tower. Shout out to our friends at Dame of Stones, wonderful artist who's working on a project for us. Also, always a shout out for those who you can hear it. Shout out to our friend Andrian Von Ziegler for providing the music for each episode here on Dice Hard with a Vengeance. Wonderful artist, talented writer and composer. Check him out on Spotify and YouTube. Of course, check out our sponsors, repsports.com, for your wonderful Raise Energy hookup. Use the promo code Curbside8 at checkout. I'm drinking Baja Lime tonight, and it's one of my favorite flavors. Shout out to our sponsors also at jerky.pro. Use the promo code Curbside8 checkout for 10% discount. Some of their wonderful flavors, teriyaki, original, and peppered. And as far as appearances, because apparently we're going to be everywhere these next couple months. You can see myself at UWC in Bordentown, New Jersey on October 1st. And then myself, and he's not here right now, he'll be here later. Myself and Taruk will be at the live GTS show in Vineyard, New Jersey. They're doing a Vineyard Fan Con, and GTS will be live, so the two of us will be there. So come meet us. We'd love to hang out and talk about the show, talk about some wrestling. Then myself, Taruk, and Corrales will be appearing at the J1 Anime Expo on November 4th through the 6th at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City. And then I'll be in attendance for New York Comic Con Sunday. So if you see me, stop on by and say hello. I'll be showing up as Percival Derulo. So looking forward to that. I can do the whole name. I can do the whole name. I just don't have the energy.
Yeah. Yes, you do. You have Raise energy, sir.
That I do with the power of Raise energy.
Oh, here he goes.
I'm going as Percival Frederickson von Musel Kowalski Derulo III.
Proxy by Riz.
But with that, we'll say the oath.
Gonna get a call like, what's Ray's energy?
Right. But with that, we'll do the oath and we'll get this show on the road. I, Naramus Torn, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo. Kralos.
I, Corellis Abrazar, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Lady V.
Yeah, now that Cross is taken care of, I swear not to be a murder hobo.
Draco.
I, Draco Achmedeus, swear not to be a murder hobo.
Miss DM, take it away.
All right. Well, welcome back. And welcome back to Thrandia, guys. Let's see. Do you guys remember where we were at? What happened last week?
What did happen?
Do you want to... Is that a rhetorical question, or are you just trying to mess with our heads? Because, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Calliope's out. We got the damn cloak back. We passed out on the ship.
Yeah. We fought
That is, in fact, yes, the quick 10-second version.
We fought a death knight, which, as you know, is a knight of death.
Would you say we fought it or just ran away from it?
Well, Taruk tackled it, so...
What happened last week was the Moon Knight bread meme. Let's get this bread. That's what happened last week. We limped away bleeding afterwards.
Limped away bleeding. Let's get this loot. You know, Kralos almost died.
Kralos didn't die.
Hector almost died.
Yeah.
Taruk could have died.
There was a lot of close calls last week. You guys did, in fact, going into the crypt of the De Verona family, found a ritual halfway completed with the mercenary groups and the shroud bearer in the middle of some blood ritual. You guys interrupted it. A fight ensued. Demons were summoned through a magical tome that Shroudbearer was wielding. In the fight, however, Shroudbearer was killed, and most of the demons were dispatched. But in the middle of it, you notice that some of the wounds and the blood spatter of battle activated magical runes on the stone floor, which completed the ritual to raise Calliope de Verona, the long since dead queen who rose rebellion against Hector's brother about 600 years ago. She is awakened as a death knight, and after some very close calls and a couple of really fortunate rolls, you guys escaped the tomb, escaped through the magical gateway, Karalos blasting the runes on the ground, closing the gateway. You proceeded to run with what little energy you had left all the way to the shores of the island, where the bronze longship awaited. And that's where we left off, and that's where we're going to pick up tonight. All of you on the shores of the island, exhausted, just spent, drained, all of the above. You're waiting for the bronze longship just to get within close enough range for you guys to board and leave this island. That's where we're going to pick up.
I don't think that Nell has ever used all of her V. I don't think V has ever used all of her key points in a long time. So she's this close to being unconscious, just laying on the beach.
Yeah. Hector is just on his knees, just gasping for air, just...
Yeah, she's practically unconscious. Like, there's some life there, but it's close.
Yeah. We did have to take a level of exhaustion, right?
Yes.
All of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That
about-
that
it
was the
is a-
thing, y'all. So is this what y'all do all the time? Is this a every day, every week thing?
George,
No.
you're muted.
Damn it.
Go ahead, George.
I said not every day. Every 3.
Taruk it is kind of every day. I mean,
So just saying, going through that, and then the thing in the jungle, and y'all giving me crap about a dragon?
V just kind of mumbles to Hector, how does he have the energy to be speaking right now?
At that, Torn is actually going to put Corrales down because he's still carrying.
That's
Just
true.
put him down,
Yeah.
hold him like this, just like, thank God you're alive.
I thank you, Torin. I don't think I would have made it out of there if you didn't grab me.
V, you just feels like a hand just grabs yours. Thank you.
Shakes her head.
Yeah, he just holds your hand. He's still on his knees, just exhausted, and he just grabs and he clasps your hand real quick. He just, thank you.
Oh, I know we're all tired, but do we need to get going, or what are the chances that the portal is gonna reactivate?
Well, one side of the door handle got blown off, so I don't know. Nice job, Corrales.
Thank you.
As soon as that ship's in view.
Longship is you have it in your sight. It's getting close. You clearly, all they did was just take a. There, it appears that they've just been circling around the island, waiting for you guys.
We're getting ready to the board. I'll kind of tug on his hand a little bit and just kind of like I'll need some help getting up, basically. Just kind of like tug on his hand a bit and kind of motion to help me up.
Yeah, he does.
Kind of lean on him, like very much like she's barely standing.
Yeah.
I just kind of like chuckles, looking at the ship coming closer, and just goes, "Want to hear something funny?" Kind of like speaking
Sure.
quietly here.
Sure.
I'm gonna kind of like just slowly pull out that music box and just kind of palm it to him. And then she just pretty much passes out. Like she's still conscious, but she's asleep on her feet.
Yeah, he pretty much is now like holding you, kind of lifts you up and hold. Yeah.
She kind of just like loses it.
As the long ship gets close enough for you guys to board, Hector leads. Just you get about almost thigh deep of water, and you can start climbing on board, and you guys one by one. Silently,
Climbing up.
exhausted.
Oh, did we win? Did we win?
We got what we went for. I don't know if we call that a win, though.
Win is a very strong word right now. We succeeded and survived.
Yeah. With V in his arms, Hector kind of just motions back long enough to say, "We're alive." Gently sets you down.
I guess that's a win. I guess that's the definition of a win. Oh, so is Sapphire on the boat?
Yeah, she boarded with you guys very quietly, but yes, she's on the boat as well. And so was Belden and Nat. Your entire entourage is there, including Captain Ramsey and what remains of his crew, who are manning the oars of the longboat.
Yeah, that was something. Sapphire. So that was Calliope, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I must say, I'd never had the pleasure and seeing her up close. Wish I hadn't, but you know.
Yeah. Uh, what uh, what does this mean for us going forward?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm the one to ask. And she kind of looks over at Hector, and Hector kind of not picking the cue up immediately. Oh, me? It's not good. You're asking me why those mercs were so interested in bringing her back? I don't know.
I don't think the mercs were the elf was. I think they were just. He got them to sign on to whatever he was trying to do. I don't know if they were in particular interested. It was mostly him, from what I overheard.
No, it's for a split second, the blade dancer, when Calliope came out of her crypt tomb room, she had said something and kind of redirected her attention.
You got the idea that the blade dancer was extremely happy upon Calliope's resurrection.
So then they used him, maybe.
I mean, they were the same mercs that Sapphiris had, no?
Hmm?
Yeah, but mercs are mercs. I mean,
At this point, I don't think it's a coincidence.
does that mean that the Brotherhood has some interest in bringing Calliope back? They're already trying to raise their own undead god.
Yeah, Hector kind of piggybacking on what you're saying. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense.
I think maybe they just found that tome and were meddling in things they shouldn't meddle with.
Oh no. I'd be willing to bet that the half-elf boy, he was in over his head. There's a few unanswered questions, and that really wasn't the best time to ask right then.
No, it wasn't.
How far do we seem from the island we're going to?
At that, Ramsey, I believe it might be another day's travel, maybe a little less. I have the chart. I would say for the lot of you to try to rest while you can. I'll wake you up if there's any reason. As the bronze longship starts to cut through the waters.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Ramsey, but don't wake us up. Please try to deal with it yourself.
Everyone
Like
should.
wake us if you need us, but don't wake us.
V glances over at specifically Corrales and Hector and just says, "You two definitely need sleep."
Yeah.
We wake up.
Hector just kind of nods. I won't argue.
V kind of puts her cloak over her, and before she falls asleep, she kind of whispers up to him and just goes, "You'll want to listen to that music box. You'll laugh." He falls asleep.
Before you fall asleep, Belden goes, so should we we shouldn't share with them. We should keep it all to ourselves, right? Nat goes, yeah, I wouldn't tell them. Very conspicuous, so all of you can hear it.
They have exactly 5 minutes before I am too asleep to care.
Yeah, Belden kind of, I don't know, like,
Belden,
I
please
really-
just spit it out.
I really don't know. He's absolutely ignoring you. He goes, I don't know. I mean, it's some really nice stuff. I don't think, I mean, it's kind of ours now, right? And she goes, okay. And she starts, what you see as Nat starts unfurling out of her bag. You see a set of studded leather armor hit the deck of the boat. She pulls out a pair of boots. She goes, a couple of those mercs tried to take us at the gateway, I guess, to try to cut us off or something. And Sapphire goes, oh yeah, wait a second. And you see as they start going through a haversack, nothing magical, just something that they'd shoved all this crap into. The first thing that you see is a pair of boots, magical boots. I think I saved them. Bam. Put it in the group chat. And Belden goes, between all of us, I think we kind of figured out what all of this does. This is a pair of boots of feral leaping. Does anybody here wear studded leather armor or leather armor? Or do they need leather armor? That's a better question.
I wear studded leather, but unless it, does something special, I'm as maxed out as I can be.
Does it do something special? Yeah. You see, it's like a charcoal. It's like kind of like a charcoal coloring to the leather with these red studs. They're not rubies. They look kind of like garnets on it. And Belden goes, yeah, between me and Sapphire, we figured out these things were enchanted, and I don't know if you guys want some of it. I'm good because plate armor and legendary hammer. I'm kind of good, but
I'll take the studded armor if nobody else wants it. So I can use it.
No, go ahead, Draco.
Hey, Chris, did you lose your video feed, man?
Yes.
Gotcha.
He's honest.
But yeah, so I'll take the. Thank you, Belden. Thank you, Sapphire.
Nat's kind of like, well, that leaves the boots. I mean, did anybody want a pair of boots that'll make you jump really far?
I mean,
I wouldn't mind.
I was gonna say, whoever has really slow movement could be worth having, because it could get you, it's a bonus action. So I mean, might get you a little distance if you're really slow.
I
Or if
look
you get
at
Corrales in that.
Corrales when she says that.
I mean, Torin, would jumping around be useful for you?
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be good for Taruk, too.
I was gonna say, somebody who's like big, it could be useful, get you some little more movement.
Well, I know he's got the helmet that he's attuned to. I know he's got the hammer that he's attuned to.
Yeah.
And the spear.
So that's
that he's
two.
attuned to.
The spear requires attunement too, so that's 3.
So Torin or Torin?
I'll take him.
Yeah. Well, we got to swap around too if people want different stuff. I mean.
Right.
that's
Yeah,
solid.
you guys, I mean,
Tonight.
That's up to you guys. If you guys want to swap items amidst the party, that's your own prerogative, you know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take them for now, and then we can handle it later.
Yeah.
V's asleep. She doesn't care. V's already passed out. V's
With
over
that,
it. She's done.
Torn will take off his boots of winter, throw them in the bag of colding, and then try the new ones on.
Ow.
Well, they should be safe then.
Yes, they should.
Ugh.
Oh, these are actually very comfortable.
Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to get my long rest so I can get this disadvantage removed.
all right, Chris, I'll send that armor just to you, just so you don't lose it.
Exhaustion is not good for monks. That kind of cuts out a good chunk of what I'm capable of doing. I kind of
Sure
cut half
does.
my useless shit.
It's not great for fighters either.
Well, yeah, no, but
There you go, Chris.
oh god, I'm so slow. Who am I?
And
40?
just so everybody feels like they're in the loop, Leathers of Bloodbinder. Basically, whilst you're attuned to the armor, you have resistance and necrotic damage. It also holds the armor itself has a maximum of 2 charges. For every charge, it holds 6 temporary hit points. Expending a charge removes those temporary hit points. As a bonus action, you can expend a charge to heal a creature you can see within 60 feet for 2d6 plus your con modifier. The armor regains all expended charges after a long rest. So it's basically like an emergency heal. Emergency heal leather armor.
That would be really useful for someone with high con because they kind of do more with it. But I mean, whoever wants that, I think that'd be good for our beefy boys. But you also don't want to trade out your armor if your armor does better stuff. So we can decide who wants.
And also that leather requires attunement. So I think, and it's up to you guys. You get, like I said, you guys can dole out your magic items as you see fit. But there it is. Okay. So it is sunset. You guys, most of you already resting. Torin,
Yes.
kind of silently, not trying to make a show out of it, and most of the party's asleep anyway. Nat just comes and kind of hugs you from behind and just kind of, she kind of just rests her head on your shoulder and just, you just feel her just kind of fall asleep, kind of silently resting on your shoulder, just kind of hugging you from behind.
Good to see you too.
Turn the other way, your breath stinks. She just kind of,
That is Big Spoon.
of course.
And
Was that in
even a
question? Yeah.
I don't see a problem with this.
Okay. Quietly, you all slip to sleep. The last things you hear, just the sound of the oars breaking the waves. And you all receive a long rest. What, did you think I was going to break that up?
Knock on wood, we officially survived. Now we can face whatever fresh hell today holds.
Yay for fresh hell.
You didn't survive until after the long rest. The long rest is the mark of survival because you
Yep.
can still die in your sleep.
This party's no stranger to nightmares either, so.
What? In this party? No.
No. Sorry, I was giving Hector his long rest because I got his up here.
Because he really, really needs it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. He's back up to full health. 132. Jeez.
Nice.
By the way, Tim, that armor is dope as heck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool as shit.
Yeah.
That's a really cool set of armor.
This needs to be attuned to, right?
Correct. So
So-
you can take time in the morning or before you fell asleep on your long. It doesn't either way. Take time to attune because you got to have a long rest basically to attune to something. So.
Yeah. You just saw Draco like strip off and just threw it on.
All right.
Can
Easy
I
enough.
have attuned to Shroud during that time?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna swap out my ring for my dress during that.
And I knew I forgot something. 1 second. Let me get to my items that I created.
Sure.
Collections, right?
I'm just glad to be back to full HP.
I want to see.
For real.
I am dying to see what's up with this fucking cloak.
Oh, am I?
As his eye.
As you reattune, George. Oh, good. I've got it all written down. You're level 10, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. So you regain the level 3 ability, which is while wearing the cloak, you have advantage on all dex stealth checks in any area of dim light or darkness.
Mm-hmm.
The level 5, while wearing the cloak, the wearer can take the hide action as a bonus action in dim light or darkness, resistant to all damage beyond force, radiant, or psychic while you're in dim light or darkness. Also, the level 7, which is you get your wings back.
Oh,
No offense, glad I didn't give you those boots.
Yeah.
And that's it for now. You have not regained anything. You have not gained a new thing yet.
Okay.
So you got your stats for the wings.
Oh yeah.
The black smoldering bat-like wings. You get a flight speed of 20, correct? What did
30,
I give you?
I believe.
30? Okay,
Yeah.
30.
It's 2 hours, right?
Yes, for 2 hours.
Jesus.
Yes.
Dope.
So, that's everything for Shroud for now.
So, Corrales, do you feel whole again? How does it feel being reunited with your cloak?
In the back of your head, Corrales, you do sense Shroud's presence, but the only thing you're getting from him now is like a light murmur of it's kind of crowded in here.
Oh.
From Shroud.
Yeah, this light sensation like in the back of your head, almost like for lack of better terms, a spider sense tingling. But what you hear is you hear Shroud's voice, and you just hear it's kind of crowded in here.
Do I have to move the pool table?
Yeah.
This is next day, yeah? Like,
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to spread the wings and fly. I'm going up over the ship for a little bit.
You see as his bat-like wings unfurl for the first time in a long time, and Corrales takes off.
Does he look happy? Does he look happy while he's flying around? Can I
It's
insight
Looks like a
Corrales?
little
look.
kid that can fly. Of course he looks happy.
Yeah, of course
When
he
I
does.
wake up, does he look like a
Gothic
little
Peter
kid flying
Pan up
around?
there.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
He kind of wakes up and she's just kind of sitting there waking up and sees Corrales flying around and just kind of smiles and shakes her head.
The tiefling boy has his wings again, and he's
That is the cutest thing ever.
That's the first
I
time
can
Draco
fly.
has saw that, and it's like, all right, that's cool. I can see why.
Corrales, as you see
It
as
was
he,
all worth it.
oh yeah, you see as he does like a barrel roll in midair, spinning and tightening the wings so he kind of spins at a faster rate, unfurls again as he backflips down and catches the wind and comes off, skimming the surface edge of the water.
If he, whatever he's done, I wanted to talk to Torin while he's doing this.
Sure. In the middle of Corrales' air show, Torin V walks up to you.
Torn is just...
He looks happy.
Yeah. Looks like he's back to normal. I'm glad.
Yep. It was a bit of a... Yeah. I was, hoping you'd do me a favor.
What's up?
Well, I'm not exactly the best role model when it comes to certain things, least of which handling deities and entities of power. I'm not exactly a paragon on that front, but I do feel like Corellis might need some looking after, direction, something.
Okay.
I know I'm not the person to do it, but you seem to be making some decent decisions in that realm lately.
I've been trying.
I've noticed. I think maybe... I don't know. Maybe just think he might need something. I can help him with a lot of things, but I know I can't help him with that. And it would be nice if he had someone he trusted and someone who was maybe going down a little bit of a better path on that front to help him out with it. I was wondering if you'd do that for me.
Yeah. I don't see that being an issue.
I find myself being kind of overprotective of him lately. I don't really know why.
I mean, I get it. He didn't ask me to pick him up in that tomb, but it was just the first thing that came to my head. It's like I was running for the door and thought, well, I can't leave him here to catch up.
Do you? Are you scared when we're doing the things we're doing? Is that why? 'Cause when I stop to help him or you or Hector or any of you, I just get horrified and then I do things and I don't really know where that fear is coming from, but it's not logical, it's just fear and then I react. I don't know if that's normal or not, but it's what happens. And Corellis specifically.
Woo! You just hear him yelling from the sky.
She just grins. She's like, I want him to be okay, and I don't know why. I'm just scared for him, and it's something in my brain that I can't quiet down, and I just need to make sure he's okay.
Well, I will definitely look after him, regardless. But to answer your question, I am absolutely horrified during almost every fight that we're in. I'm worried that, because, Corellis isn't exactly the biggest and the strongest of us all. You aren't the biggest and the strongest of us all. Neither is Nat. Now, you all bring some kind of awesome trait to the group. Whether it's you just turning someone's, face into, tenderized meat, or Nat shooting the wings off a fly with her eyes closed against the wind, or Corellos causing the biggest explosion I've ever seen in my life. You all bring something, but you're all not hardy. So I get nervous every time that we get into something. Giant friggin' wildebeest monster in the jungle. Gigantic bird that did pick the ship up.
Well, it sounds like you're looking out for us, and it sounds like you're being very rational about it.
I try.
I'm worried that I'm not being rational, which is kind of why I need you here. not. I haven't been myself lately, and it's concerning. I haven't been sleeping well. I haven't really been thinking right. And where Corrales is concerned particularly, I don't know, I've been having really, I'm not myself lately, and I'm just worried.
There's nothing wrong or irrational with caring about people or being concerned for their well-being.
It's kind of more than that, but
Well, you've kind of only had to fend for yourself for the longest time.
do you I've never, until all of you, I've never had nightmares. I've never had trouble. Do you remember the first person you ever killed?
Person, no. Thing, yes.
So once you start, you can either sleep the next night or you can't. I've never had a problem. Even with Regus, that was an attack. That wasn't me. Those weren't my dreams. That was an attack on me. And I've slept just fine every night until, I don't know. But lately, it's just things that don't make sense and bit screaming. That's all. And this is gonna sound absolutely crazy, but it feels like Corrales, and I don't know. I don't think it's him, but it feels like him, and it makes me so irrationally terrified that I'm afraid I'm gonna do something stupid trying to help, and I don't. So yeah, just maybe help me out on this one.
I got you, V.
Thank you.
Of course.
Guess we live to fight another day.
Yeah. So, what's going to be more terrifying? Running into the rock again, or the possibility of being late for Mina's wedding? Because I know my answer. I'm interested to hear yours.
Get dressed.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Actually, on that note, yeah. Everybody needs to, now that I think about it. Oh, God. Now that I think about it, who else is awake?
Roll a perception check. Both of you.
Six.
Taruk, well, okay. V, you see Taruk and Hector, arms on a barrel, both arm wrestling each other, deadlocked. Just... And you just hear Taruk talking crap to him. It's like, you are too small to be this strong. I'm not losing to a little half-elf prince. And you just see Hector just kind of like starting to gain ground on him.
V rolls her eyes and just kind of goes, "Ugh, Corrales, get back down here."
Torin immediately is going to go over to them. Really, Taruk? You're going to lose to Nat in a drinking contest and to Hector in arm wrestling. Who's the toughest one in the group?
I rolled for it, and I happen to know his strength modifier.
Can I
Oh no, Torin's just
sabotage
talking shit.
the arm wrestling match somehow while Corrales is coming into land?
Yeah,
Can I
Corrales,
sabotage the
you
arm
do
wrestling
hear
match?
about 100 feet up in the air, you do hear the faint sound of V yelling at you.
She kind of like waves you down.
I
And
will
then
fly by and say, I'll be there soon, and just fly back up.
take your time. Yeah, I'd like to
You turn around and
I don't know. I'm gonna roll
You
for
see
it.
his
All right,
Hector is starting to take him over. It's slow, but he's starting to.
All right, odds or evens? Someone give me an odds or an evens.
Evens.
It's evens. All right, I'm gonna try to sabotage Hector.
Okay. What do you do?
Like sleight of hand, I'm gonna try to kind of like lace my foot into where his stance is. I'm gonna try to like use my foot to kind of like just knock him off kilter a bit, or just kind of like poke or surprise him somehow so that he gets startled and sabotages him.
Yeah, okay, sleight of hand. Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
That is gonna be.
I'm gonna knock him
I just
off
want to make
balance.
sure that
Just gonna throw him in the damn ocean.
Right.
I just want to make sure my modifier is still bullshit. Give me a sec.
That's fine. I'm looking up something.
Oh no.
23.
I don't think I even need to bother looking, but I will with that. That's a 9. So no, he doesn't notice a darn thing. And what did you do?
She kind of like well, first she tries to get them. She's like, boys, you're both very strong. Can we focus on something really fast? Just oh gosh.
And
then
you just hear Hector's like, no, I almost got him.
Where his stance is, I kind of just knock him. I get my foot just kind of threaded into his stance, and it just and kind of like bounces him off kilter.
Okay. Hector. When you knock his stance off kilter, he goes off balance and all of his weight shifts down, and he immediately takes Taruk down with a natural 1 against his 8.
Torin jumping up.
He just looks at them flat. She looks between the two of them and just goes, "Look at that, you're done." All right, where's Drago?
Torin
And
gives
you just
Hector
hear for the first time, Hector just goes, "Hero of legend," and he just walks.
Torin gives him that predator handshake. Just yeah.
Arnold and Carl,
Right
right there. Hey, Dylan. All right, I'm done.
He just gives you guys a flat look and goes, "All right, now that that's taken care of, everyone needs to get themselves cleaned up. Because if we're arriving at this wedding today, the last thing we need to do is come off this ship looking like haggard adventurers. All right? We're going into a very important event with very important people. In case everybody forgot, Mr. Hero over here outed himself in front of all of the leftover Council of Brine. So now, every political person with an issue to hash is going to be there with scrupulous eyes on all of us. We're attending the wedding of one of the most important members of Brine society, and if you want Brine to be a city again, we need to make a good impression. Politics again, friends. We're back in my side of the woods.
Can we not that?
No. It's
Oh.
In
very
his
important
defense,
now.
it wasn't his fault, but you know.
I didn't say it. Well, I didn't say it was, but the fact still remains that we're walking into a hornet's nest again, and we're back in my side of things, which means that we at the very least need to not look like, well, how we look when we step off of this ship.
Like we've done nothing but fight, drink, and sleep for the past week.
You guys marched into a council and asserted your beliefs that you want to both take back a city and establish very important political leadership in it, which means you're going to need a lot of glad handing. You're going to need a lot of support from the leftover power players in that city if we want it to be a city again. So I suggest everybody have a little wash up, maybe give themselves a little bit of a cleaning, and be ready to walk into a viper's nest because it's politics again, friends.
Oh, I can just turn into a snake then. It's cool.
You're good at that.
You said viper. What? Huh? I don't.
As funny as I would find that, I think Philomena would murder us all if you did that at her wedding. So
Don't worry about Philomena. She's the least of our concerns. If anything, she's one of our greatest allies in this venture because
she's one
been in our
of
corner
your greatest allies.
And I'm one of your greatest allies, so by extension, that works out. And I suggest you do what I say. At least in this venture.
To be
I'm not
fair,
saying we can't...
you just see a hand raise up. To be fair, I'm on good terms with her too. You should be fine.
I'm just saying it would make an impression, and a better impression than the one we want to make. Just my advice. I suggest you follow it. I'm going to get cleaned up. And I know there's no privacy here, but behind a barrel at least. V's going off to just get herself done up. Not to the nines.
And basically, Nat does you a solid of helping you stack 2 barrels and her standing watch.
She smiles at her and goes, "Thank you, dear," and goes behind and just gets herself super gussied up. Not like to the nines or anything, but it's back to standard V fare. She's got one of her dresses on again, her hair's done up, her makeup's done up.
Right. Easy enough.
So it looks like V again for the first time in months.
Basically, you see now Taruk and Hector kind of looking at each other, and Hector's kind of like, "Nah," and he dunks his head in the water as you guys are going by, and Taruk follows suit.
Dunks his head.
He
back
comes
in the
up.
water.
You see his Hector's hair flops back. He's just.
They're all soppy wet, and V comes out fluffing her curls up.
So it's a fancy party, is what I'm getting.
It's going to be, yes. I'm not saying you guys have to change who you are. I'm just saying tiny things to make better impressions. We need to not look like we just went on that hacker trip to the hells.
Belden looks at all of you but V and goes, "Oh yeah. Let me help." And prestidigitations each of you for a little bit of cleaning. Torin, you haven't been this clean in weeks.
I guess you're not understanding what I'm.
Been months.
I guess you're not understanding where I'm coming. I don't get none of that. I've been in the mountains in the wilds. I don't do fancy.
Torin just looks straight at you.
I went from a prison cell on a ship to another prison cell to hell to a tomb to Sandbar to the islands to here. If I can look good, you can look good, dear. I'm not asking for the world. Just clean around and wash behind your ears or something.
No. It's not the look. Well, part of it is looking, but I guess I don't know how to, I guess you could say, conduct myself in one of these.
You don't have to. That's what I'm here for.
So
I just generally stand there like this.
Huh.
Oh, that's right. See, Draco, you don't have to worry too much about it because, see, from the jump, the cover story was that these were my muscle. I hired them on. So, granted, that was a cover for me for reasons, but now it's very useful because I can help you all navigate the absolute nightmare of politics you're about to walk into because our legend over here decided to become the rallying cry or the rallying point for an entire city. And now, apparently...
What do you mean legend? What do you mean legend?
Wait, you don't know who... He doesn't know who Hector is? He knows who South... He knows who the
We
Five
explained
are.
who Hector was, didn't we?
No.
We kind of explained he wasn't Metagast.
Yeah, you just said he was Hector. Draco has never...
I got this. So, the 5, he's this one.
You see a Sapphire's just kind of sit there with a boring look on her face, just kind of like...
Draco looks at Sapphire. Huh? So
she's this one.
Huh.
Sweetheart, consider him 1 if I'm 2.
Oh, okay. The stories never bring up the other ones.
Yeah, she just points at him. Knight.
Huh.
That's what it was. The knight. Yeah,
Hunter.
VV's like, that's what it was.
Huh. So you, and then that's when you know. Huh. Huh. And Draco just.
Any other questions?
No, not right now. Not right now.
It's okay. Take your time, dear.
I'm under no delusions that you're not all going to be you, and I can at least mitigate that. But this group has a little bit of a reputation amongst what's left of the important people in Brine, and I think I can at least round out the sharp edges. So we'll take it one step at a time. We'll try not to do anything monumentally stupid, and hopefully we survive this.
Also, I wouldn't have said nothing if somebody wouldn't have said that they were going to impose themselves as me, and puts his hair back in a ponytail. Just saying.
We know, it's okay.
Let's not speak ill of the dead. What's done is done, and we'll make it through it.
Rest in peace, but he forced my hand.
Rest in peace, but you kind of let him. He just walks off to watch Corrales fly around.
Hector, he's staying quiet. He is not a fan of how all of that went down, and he got forced into it. So you guys already know.
Yeah, V gets that. She's not trying to pry, but she's not trying to prod at him. But there's a situation to handle here now. You get the impression that we're going back into the Viper Pit that is the politics of Brine, and V is like, it's time to put our game faces on because we're back in the swamp, and or not the literal swamp, but we're back in the game, and we need to act that way because,
Yeah, Draco brightened up when you said swamp, then kind of deflated when you said actual swamp.
No. That was earlier in the campaign.
Swamps I can do. Swamps I can do. This wedding thing?
Swamps, mountains, islands.
Yeah.
Jungle.
Desert.
Watching Corrales fly around.
Mountains. But weddings? Huh. So, how much longer to this wedding?
Hopefully it sounds like we'll be there by the end of the day.
Yeah, and at that, Rams, you could just kind of remind you guys, we should be there by nightfall, and if I remember our timetable, we will be on time. You should have a day or so to enjoy at least some serenity and peace on the island before the wedding.
Good. We'll be on time, so we'll all survive. Specifically myself.
Luckily, I don't think anyone's going to... Well, luckily you two have assistance, we'll call it.
Sorry, mine cut out right then. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Good. No, mine cut out right when you guys were talking right then.
Yep.
So, what I'm gonna have you do, somebody roll me a d12.
Ooh, can it be me?
Go for it, Drago.
Can it?
Well, apparently I don't. He doesn't
That's
like when I roll for these things, so.
Not just me specifically. I got a 2.
Interesting.
Oh, God.
Sure. Corrales, you still flying?
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say that you not too much time has passed. However, you are running close to the end of your 2 hours with all the travel. You figure you've got a few minutes left. Corrales, you sight some debris in the water. Looks like, I believe the technical term is flotsam, which just looks like driftwood, broken barrels, look like some sea algae, and something shines that you catch a little bit of a glint of sunlight gleaming off of.
Where is it to us? Like to the ship, I should say.
About 50 feet off of the starboard side.
I'm gonna fly down and tell everyone and then go over there.
Okay.
Be kind of like, how long can you do that? Okay.
You see debris. Go ahead and give me, I'm going to say a perception check.
14.
14. Just kind of looking at it, it takes you a minute to find out what it was, and you see a small glass bottle floating amongst the debris that the sunlight was kind of gleaming off of.
It's a note. Magic cloaks this way.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta go.
Can I fly over to it and kind of scoop it out?
Yeah.
Grab it.
You make a dex save. No. You no. I just had to mess with you. You pulled this bottle out of the water, and taking a closer look at it, it's really it's about your average ale, like an ale bottle for sake of this. Average glass bottle. When you take a closer look at it, though, you notice a little ship model inside of the bottle with a cork stuck in the opening. What you got?
Can I use detect magic?
Yeah, of course you can. You detect magic, and you detect magic all inside that bottle. That little model glows.
Ooh.
Would you give me an investigation check?
I will. 22.
Good
gosh, yeah.
You're the most high intel sorcerer I've ever heard of. The most high intel warlock I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
I respect it.
With that roll, you kind of wipe some of the muck and just to take a look at it. And the longer you stare at it, you swear you see something moving on the inside of the bottle, and you're like, "What is that? Is that what?" And the closer you look at it, it's faint, but you do see a tiny person waving frantically.
Ooh.
And the closer you look at it, you see that there is ever so tiny a crew on the inside of that bottle on that little model ship. They seem to be frantically waving and jumping up and down, trying to get your attention.
I'm going to go back to Ramsey and ask him if he's ever seen anything like that.
You fly back. Right around this time, you're starting to get that little twinge in your back that your wings are about up. And as you make it back to the boat, and you hand it over to Ramsey. My apologies, I'm looking for a specific note. He takes a look at the bottle and he studies it for a moment. And when you point out that appears to be an actual live crew on it, he kind of almost drops the bottle and then grabs it again, and then inspecting it. Here. And he just kind of hands it to you, back to you. He doesn't want to touch it. He's spooked. Whatever he doesn't want to touch it.
Whatever's in that bottle, he wants no part of.
You have officially sparked the superstition of a pirate.
Well, that's not good. What is it, Ramsey?
What you got there, Carlos?
I don't know. I've never. You see, he's stuttering over his words. Devilry.
You're literally married to a goddess.
Wait, is she back?
A mean goddess. Devilry, huh? That's a little. V puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, "That's a little rude, don't you think?" Hand on Corrales' shoulder and just goes, "That's a little rude." The boy's got horns, but he can't help it.
What you got there, Corrales?
I don't know.
You show it to everybody?
Yeah.
All right.
Corrales, can you do your thing where you figure out what things are?
It'll take me 10 minutes, but I can.
You probably have 10 minutes.
Damn it.
Can I do an Arcana check on it since it's all magical?
Well, yeah. You already know that it's extremely magical from his detect magic. But I mean, yeah, you can do an Arcana check on it, see what you can suss out. Go ahead.
That's a 23.
23. What you can gather, more than likely was once an actual vessel. And obviously there's a living crew trapped inside. Makes you wonder how they got there or how to get them out.
So I look.
Do they look like they're going anywhere? Because that could be a fun project for later.
Do you guys want to just throw it back in the ocean and let someone else come by and get it?
Sort of.
You found it, Corrales.
You see his Ramsey is like kind of peering from behind Taruk. He's still looking at it, but he is completely spooked.
He just looks at him and is like, really? Really?
He's interested, but doesn't want to be, like, involved.
We've been to hell with the hells and back, and this is the scariest thing you've ever seen, Captain?
You have been to the hells and back.
So then I guess we're the...
I mean...
Okay. All right, Captain.
We could always just take the cork off, throw it in the ocean.
You could shove it in your magic bag, and it could be later's problem, or we could toss it over the side.
Yeah, I like that idea. We don't have to open it and just put it back in the ocean, and the next misled adventure.
At the very least, Corrales can identify it, but I'm of the opinion that we just chuck it over the side and call it good.
I mean, we're going to be on the ship till nightfall anyway. I can take 10 minutes and figure out what it does.
Yeah, maybe do that.
We could save the 10 minutes and I'll just look at Ramsey and you could tell us what it does, or...
Ramsey doesn't know what it does. He's just spooked.
Yeah, I think
he doesn't like the idea of a pirate, a vessel, and its crew being stuck in a bottle.
Yeah, I say Corrales identify it and see if we can figure out what it does, and if that yields no fruit, maybe we just chuck it over the side.
Torn's gonna poke the bottle like a kid poking a fish tank.
You can bat your hand away. Stop it.
What?
To the profession. By the professional, I mean the 16-year-old boy.
Somebody roll me a D100.
Oh no.
Who's rolling it?
I'll roll.
Yeah, since you poked it, go ahead.
Oh, great. We know who to blame.
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, I am. 69.
Yeah, it just kink, kink on the side of the bottle. You see as some of the people on the inside, the little tiny people on the boat kind of shake and fall down on the deck. But you see as they get back up immediately and are just jumping up and down and waving.
Corrales.
Interesting.
Just keep seeing weird shit with y'all. Just shit after shit with y'all.
Can I use Awakened Mind?
I was
You
gonna
may.
suggest that.
On the original guy that was trying to wave me down.
Okay. Yes, you may.
Hello, this is your new god.
Don't give the
I'm
world
precocious
ideas.
Boy, I own you now.
Okay.
Grant me my 3 wishes and I shall release you.
Still making fun of my
Corrales
stuff, guys. I
Corrales
worked really
right back
hard
to
on
you,
this.
Oh, man.
No, I'm intrigued to see where
You heard
this
about
goes.
Jim
This is
once,
just
and now
shit
he
I
wants
would
to
say
see
to
Jim.
them.
You awaken mind, and you do touch minds with the one that was jumping up and down and trying to flag you down. And you feel like there's a sudden recoil from, what? Huh? Who are you? What? Are you on the outside?
Yeah, I'm the one that picked the bottle up. Who are you? How did you get in there? What?
My name is Captain Fenwick Ross. Get us out of here.
How did you get in there? How do I get you out of there?
Listen, okay, I owed some people some money, okay? It was just, listen, I was only skimming a little bit off of the top, okay? Just to make a little off on the side, okay? And just, I was once known as the Swamp King. Maybe you've heard of me. Listen, I'm a pirate, okay? And me and my crew were cursed and put into this bottle. Just get us out of here, please. I'll pay you whatever you want.
With
Pretty
the
mild.
skimmed money?
Whatever we want, huh?
Anything on my vessel, anything you want, I offer it to you. Just get us out of here.
Who cursed you and did this?
I don't know. Didn't know them exactly. It was somebody who maybe worked for people I owed money to.
Well, okay, who do you owe money to?
It's the syndicate. It was. Listen, the pirates kind of have their own code out here, okay? And the governor kind of lays down the ground rules. He always has. And I was just making a little on the side for myself, and nobody cares. Listen, the rules of Sandbar don't really count out here, okay? Because whatever happens out on the water happens out on the water, okay?
So then I should just bring you back to
How long they've
Sandbar?
been in there?
Hmm?
Can you ask them how long they've been in there, Corrales?
Sure. How long have you been in the bottle curse prison?
Believe it or not, we've been making hatch marks on the inside of the boat. To our recollection, to our recollection, it's at least been a year.
You've been stuck inside a bottle for Jesus.
You know, a thought if Corrales relays that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you relay all of that. Ramsey pipes up and tells you, I do know him. He's a friend.
Oh, okay. So
Is he a good enough friend where you trust opening a cursed bottle for him?
You see as he's resigned, because he really doesn't want to. He would have done the same for me. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it's been a year, this is
He
the
gets
kind of
really
problem that
close
when-
up on the bottle and goes, but you owe me big.
Well, hold on, Captain. I was going to make the point that this is the kind of that it seems like this bottle will keep on the shelf if you catch my drift, and it doesn't have to be right now's problem. We could chuck it in the magic bag and save this for another time when we don't have more important business to get to. It doesn't look like they're going anywhere, and it seems like they'll keep.
Oh my god.
At that, Torn is going to
It's so hard to be this much of a bitch.
He's gonna take Chaos Star off his belt and be like, I could just smash the bottle and open them up.
Right, or we can just pop the cork. I'm saying
Smash
they're
the
not
end,
going to
throw
go
it off
back.
throw it off the side of the boat, and we don't have to worry about what happens when it grows out, if it grows out.
But are we sure
we
that's
still have to run
all
the
that's
risk
going to
of-
happen?
We could also run the risk of drawing the ire of whatever put them in the bottle. But if we're under the assumption that everything will come out of there unscathed, hey, there might be a ship in it for us if we get desperate enough at some point. Having a magic ship in a bottle might be something good to hang on to. It doesn't seem like they're going to die of starvation or anything, and I'm sure they can figure out ways to entertain themselves in there.
Question: can we just remove the curse?
I can remove curses on people within boundaries.
Can
not on
Belden?
food.
Belden has removed curse before.
Belden
Yes, he
has,
can.
but that kind of puts us in the same boat, though. We could very much draw the anger of whatever put them in there. It might be a safer bet to just save this problem for later. If we, let's say, need another boat and we're desperate enough to pop the bottle open, maybe that's an option. I'm just being practical. You guys can do whatever you want.
I say we leave it up to Corrales. He found it.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
We will.
Alice, what do you want to do with it?
I'm gonna awaken mind the captain and say, "You've waited a year. Give me another 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go ritual cast identify."
Okay. Basically, what you get from identify is that it's a magical bottle.
Nothing.
Well, I guess, do we get any information on whether it's going to go bang when it gets opened?
Or
It's cursed.
I do learn how to use it.
When you identify,
Yes.
then you are aware of the fact that breaking the bottle will immediately break the curse. Opening the bottle, there's a transference if
There
you
it is.
just open the cork.
Gotcha. That was neat
Break,
to know.
breaking the bottle or a remove curse will break them out without risk to you.
Smart boy.
I say we let him out.
Your call.
I mean, if they would do the same for Ramsey, maybe it's a favor we can call on in the future.
To be fair, if we are looking for allies, he's a snake, but he's a good snake.
So,
there
question, did Corrales tell us how to open it? Because I'm assuming Identify just gives him the information, correct?
Sure.
Yeah,
It's
I
up to
will
him.
definitely tell you all, do not take the cork off of this bottle.
you see Taruk.
Snacks his hand. He's like, dip, 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 snacks. Well, it seems like I've been out logicked, so. Oh, I already know you guys are going to let them out of the bottle. Just break the damn thing.
All right. Torn will take the bottle. He'll walk
Yeah.
to the side of the edge of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll smash the end off, like drop it into the ocean.
It is literally like a bad glitch in a video game. As you see the claw basher make contact with the bottle and you hear the glass and see it shatter, the boat grows exponentially in size and drops about 50 feet off of your starboard bow. into the water.
It's like a normal pirate ship, right?
Oh, it's a galleon. Yes.
And it could easily tow the bronze ship.
Darn, I'm having trouble tonight, guys. The bronze longboat is dwarfed in size by the galleon.
Cool.
It takes a few moments and there's no sound. Nothing. And then there's just a ruckus cheer of excitement from the other side as you just hear all of these you getting a closer look, a full-blown crew of a galleon just screaming and dropping to their knees, all thanking whichever god or goddess that they
call out very loudly over to them and just politely inform them, "Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the land of the uncursed. You owe your lives to this boy and this captain. I expect you know who to thank."
Torn immediately. All hail the mighty Corrallos.
And you see Hector just puts a hand on your shoulder. Hero of legend.
V looks over to Tori and goes, "Well, let's not spoil the boy, but good call."
No, you see
Captain.
is this halfling who was the one that you were mentally conversing with. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Captain Fenwick Ross. Used to be known as the Swamp King. Used to be important. Not important right now. Thank you so much.
Well, Captain, we're going to a wedding.
Okay. First, payment. Go down below, boys. And you see as they members of his crew go down to the below, and they bring up 2 chests full of loot and treasure.
He smiles and looks over at Ramsey and just kind of goes, "You know, I had a different idea in mind for payment."
Ramsey looks at you. Why?
We owe you a ship, and that's far more valuable in my opinion. But I suppose
Ramsey kind of does one of these. I'm gonna sell this boat to whatever calls itself leadership, and I'm gonna be filthy rich.
All right, you have fun with that.
Celestial bronze.
We could have a boat. I'm just saying. Look, I'm not really understanding why we're letting the halfling keep his fucking ship. That's all I'm saying. As all
You see as he kind of looks at you, just like hurt. I would not dare take that man's vessel.
I would. But I'm not in charge around here. She just kind of saunters off. Well, that was fun.
Here's what you get. Loot tables.
My favorite.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let me see.
All hail Corrallos, the great and powerful.
All right. Make this quick. I'll roll for you this time.
Pay no attention to the tiefling behind the cloak.
Right. Use thaumaturgy. I am your new god.
Neil,
Deception.
Right. That would have been a perfect time to use your wings.
Right?
Yeah.
Fly above them.
The first-
I am your god.
The first chest gives you 900 gold.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not all just gold coins. It's assorted like smaller gems,
Cha-ching.
gold pieces. There's a couple small pieces of platinum, nothing to compare to the bars that you guys found in the cave, but that's the first one. The second one, second one is a little heftier. and it yields 2,000 gold in that one. But they graciously carry that over to y'all's boat. It takes up a lot of room, but you know it
Ain't nobody here complaining.
Yeah. So you guys got a heap of gold. That was, what did I say, 2,900 total?
2,900.
There you go. And you see as Fenwick and Ramsey both clasp hands, and Ramsey, well, we weren't lying when we said we might need help. See you back at Sandbar. The people of Brine might need your assistance. And he is just immediately acquiescing to whatever you want. Just yes, absolutely. Anything you need. He says, we're going back to Sandbar as soon as the winds take us. And Ramsey kind of looks at all of you. He goes, unless anyone has further objections.
I got nothing.
Draco, Corrales, Torin?
I got none.
What's happening? Are they leaving, or are we having them?
They have loaded 2,900 gold onto your ship in 2 chests, and they are going back to Sandbar and promising their assistance with the coming conflict in Brine.
I suppose that works.
Do we have them come with us to the island just to make sure we get there for the wedding, and then they can go to Sandbar?
I was gonna say, I mean, it might be. I mean, it's a good idea to send them off to be allies later. And I mean, they're good with Ramsey, so I guess we trust them enough. But I will say, I feel like what ship will get us? So the galleon might be slower now that I think about it. But it might be useful to have like an actual ship with us. I'm just kind of looking at that pragmatically. Like having a real ship might be useful later. So I don't know if this is an opportunity we want to miss right now, or if we just want to call it good and keep, what we were doing. I'm cool either way. I'm just saying pragmatically, it's kind of cool that a ship just kind of fell in our laps. But it's up to whatever you guys want to do.
You rolled for the encounter.
The only other option is have them trail us to Brine. Because we're about a day out.
I think if they owe us a favor, we should cash that favor in for something bigger.
I wouldn't call this the favor. I would say, hey, you're coming with us and we'll turn you loose later. But no, I mean, you're right. If you want them to go on to kind of do whatever they're going to do so we can call on it later, that's a good idea too. I don't know. My brain is like, hey, look, a ship that just fell into our laps. Useful. But we have a faster ship, so I guess it's not the end of the world. So I guess we'll send them back.
I'm good with letting them go.
Send Sandbar then, yeah.
All right. With about 1,000 thank yous, and that he'll never forget you, and any time you need his assistance, you simply ask. Captain Fenwick Ross and his cursed band of miscreants set sail for Sandbar for the first time in a year.
God, if you're going to screw people over, at least be good at it. Is that so difficult? Well,
that's an awkward silence that Hector breaks. Hey, Torin.
Yeah?
You think we should have grabbed some of that scrap celestial bronze from the bull she killed?
I don't know.
You know, the one that was resistant to magical attacks and...
I don't know if that giant would have let us take any.
I was going to say, that kind of would have come off as stealing from
he
the
definitely
giant.
seemed like he wanted to repurpose it.
Yeah, but we could have asked for a little bit of it.
We could have asked.
Probably.
That would have been a good idea.
He didn't like us very much, though, so I don't know if we wanted to push our luck. He's also married. Well, his god is married to my goddess, and he didn't seem too keen on that. I didn't really want to ask the man for much outside of what he already did for us. But that's because I'm a cautious person.
So,
And at that, Ramsey kind of just stomps his foot. He goes, "Don't worry, some will be made available not too long from now."
I'm gonna snatch Corrales and tell him, you need to clean up.
I will prestidigitation myself.
Pristine purple tiefling.
Kind of straightens your cloak a little bit. Very nice.
Thank you.
yeah.
You hear in the back of your head, Corrales, "I really don't understand. There was more room the last time I was here."
Oh,
What do you do, Corrales? What do you do?
I'm. Is there a spot on the ship where there's not a lot of people?
Yeah,
No.
there's there's the back of the ship. Of course, everybody can hear you, but you know. You ever seen one of those Greek longboats, man? It like you might
Trigrams.
get.
Trigrams had a lower deck where the oars were, right? And then an upper deck where the people were. And I mean, it wasn't huge, but if he whispered, I would argue if
Privacy,
we
it would be a roll.
whispered-
It would be a roll for
Yeah.
privacy. Yes.
Well, how long does it take for your wings to recharge?
Every day.
Long rest.
Oh,
Rest.
It was having
Yeah.
fun.
damn.
Well, V kind of wanted to talk to Corrales about something. But she's kind of watching him because if you start talking to yourself in your head, I'm going to be real interested in what that looks like.
No, I can't talk to him in my head. At a table, I can't. Like, I can't awaken mind shroud. I have to talk to him. That's why I've always gone away.
What you gonna do?
He can talk in your head, but you can't talk in his.
Not fair.
How interesting. Well, V's not like cornering you right now. She was just gonna start doing that, like maybe pull you off or maybe have her to talk to you. So I mean, she's not focused on you right now.
And all he's doing is
But
just
it's
kind of
not playing.
repeating. Yeah, sorry. He's just repeating his complaint from the day before.
I'll walk to the back of the ship and just kind of like look off and as quietly as I can just say, "Yeah, we'll talk about it later."
Who is this? And that's it. Somebody's blocking me out.
You know her.
What?
It's a certain pink-skinned devil.
Bullshit.
The Enchantress.
Oh, kid, why?
Why didn't you tell me you were the shadow?
Because you didn't need to know. It wasn't really important at the time.
Are you telling me you can't see that I'm with the knight and the hunter currently?
I did not know that. I thought they were dead.
No, they're behind me somewhere.
Kid, why her?
Because you disappeared and I needed my powers.
All right. All right, sure, kid. All right. Corrales, if you would, roll me a stealth check.
Is it dark out?
Not yet.
12.
Dark out.
Thank you. Okay. So the encounter with the cursed bottle behind you. You guys start to make your way again.
Making my way.
further northwest to the island marked on this map made out, to the island of no names, one of the island of no names. And unless you guys have, I'm giving you guys an opportunity while you guys are traveling. Anything you want to do, anything you want to RP out, anybody that you want to speak to, anything that you want to work on, now is the time.
I just wanted to talk to Corellos before we arrived.
All right. Corrallos, as you finish your conversation with Shroud up, V comes up to you.
Kind of just knock on the railing just so it's like I'm not sneaking up on you. She's kind of like trying to be polite. She's just like...
Not interrupting the weird conversation.
She just kind of steps up. Do you have a moment?
Yeah, several.
Good to hear. Glad you got your belongings back.
Yes, thank you again.
Don't mention it.
It's on your
I
mind,
walked
V.
up to the railing. Listen, Krellis, far be it from me to judge anybody for their relationship with any entity or deity. I'm not exactly a paragon on that front. Aphrodite is kind of one of the most chaotic, fickle goddesses in the entire pantheon, so I can't make any statements as to your choices. And I don't know what it is you need all this power for. But you're a lot smarter than that young elf was. Maybe we could keep it that way and use him as a cautionary tale.
There's more to Shroud than just increasing my power, V.
It's just... You can't always trust something that doesn't have a face. And something that's full of power can often be worrisome. Not that the fact that it could be an entity with agency makes it much better, but I suppose what I'm saying is it's more than just a magic cloak, isn't it? You don't have to tell me what it is, because I trust you to make very good decisions. And if you make bad ones, sometimes that's just as important.
Can you keep a secret at least until after the wedding?
She gives you the flattest look. Yes, Krallis, I can keep a secret.
The missing fifth of the 5 is closer than everyone thinks.
She looks back and then looks back at you and lowers her voice and just kind of goes, "That's who you were talking to just now."
Yeah.
I need you to appreciate just how strange our lives are that I now have to ask you if you trust your cloak.
If he was a hero, Brian, we trust at least 2 others.
Hero of Thrandia.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Brian's in
I don't have a
Thrandia.
lot of. This might sound strange, and this might sound hypocritical, but I don't have a lot of faith in things. But I trust you, son. Like I said, you are making it work for you. That's all I ask. Just like I said, let's use the young elf as a cautionary tale. Again, I don't know what you need all these powers for, but they seem very important to you, and you haven't been making poor decisions with them. In fact, in the beginning, I thought maybe you would, and time again, you haven't done anything that shows any. I don't know. You're an odd one, and I just don't want you to. You're better than. You don't need to get in over your head. You're better than that, and you shouldn't be in a position where you have to get in over your head because we can help you.
You have. But I also think that the tome that he had a lot to do with decisions he made.
Did you get that from him when we left?
No, that was lost in the fight.
Well, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it can rot wherever it is and we can figure out how to handle Calliope another way. By we, I mean you, obviously.
Yeah, for now.
Let's just be as careful as we've been, and if put your hand on your shoulder. If a buxom redhead named Shanty comes up to you in a tavern and is a little too interested in you, don't fall for that.
Dare I ask?
Just take that as a lesson. Don't fall for it.
Understood.
No one. You don't need to get involved with anybody named Shanty or anything of the like. And let's just be smart about things.
All right. I
Kind of
think
pats you on the back.
It's the awkward ending to that conversation.
Right.
Pats you and leaves.
Pat,
Leaves
pat,
awkwardly.
and goes.
Pat.
Just gonna look back a little confused and then just keep looking off the back.
He's gonna be in a bar at some point and he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is what V meant." Not today, ladies.
This is a
Or-
trap.
Get
Or
my
he's
way.
gonna meet someone named Shanty and just Eldritch blast the shit out of them unprompted.
Everyone named Shanty.
Next DNPC
If a
is
woman
Shanty.
walks up to you Says, "Hi, I'm Shanty." Don't trust that bitch.
Not anymore.
All right.
So while all that's going on, because Torin wants to speak with Kraus, but he's gonna respect his privacy. Torin would love to challenge Hector to an arm wrestling contest.
Easy enough to do.
Just
Hector,
come
you do
on,
notice
Hector.
it takes you a minute once you get to Hector, and he's kind of distant, like just looking off over the horizon, kind of. Mind's not completely there. Once he gets why you're there, he's like, oh, yeah, definitely. So far, I'm undefeated. It's time
Let's
to
go.
All right. This is going to be a straight strength check.
Straight strength. Got it.
Yep.
Starting off strong with a 9.
That's an 11 from Hector.
Ooh.
So for anybody who's paying attention, you see is Torin and Hector are deadlocked in a bit of an arm wrestling contest. Hector's starting to gain a little on him, just a little bit. You see, so Torin, your arm's starting to lean a little bit back. Give me another strength check.
17.
Ooh, you gain ground. So now you push back. And you've got Hector going the other way now, and he's starting to wane. Another strength check.
Come on, hero of Thrandia, let's go.
Oh, you shouldn't have said nothing.
Dirty 20.
24.
Nice.
And you see as he gains back and he pushes you back, and now you're starting to go. You're starting to lose it. Another strength check.
Ah, that's a 10.
That's a 17.
Ah.
as you fought valiantly, but Hector pulls your arm over. Hand goes immediately out. And there's a moment there, and there's a moment of silence there, and once everyone's attention has kind of come off of you two for the moment, Hector kind of so Tomb.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I don't know, just the living embodiment of my bad decisions coming to kill all of the people I care about.
Well, in your defense, she's more not living than actual living. Also, she's much uglier than I expected. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, she's been dead for the past, what would you say, 550 years or whatever,
Yeah,
give or take.
Roughly
So
that.
you, but I'm good.
Oh, are you there?
No. I mean, she's like, apparently nobody's very far, but she's not actively trying to listen in. She's not far, but she's sitting on the railing, just kind of kicking her feet off the railing and sitting on it.
Gotcha. Nah, he kind of looks at you. He's like, yeah, once I saw the name on the gates to the necropolis, I had a bad feeling on what we were in for, and that's what happened.
Oh, I had a bad feeling as soon as we showed up there. As the reigning champion of beating themselves up and then getting other people to beat them up for their mistakes, this one isn't completely on you. One very strong and very powerful half-elf warrior does not the entire fate of the world make.
Yeah, I know you're right. Like to think that I could keep all of you safe, though, and it seems like I can't do that.
I mean, I think you're doing a pretty good job.
What I'm trying to say is, don't tell her I said this, but she's right. When we get to the island, they're going to require me to be.
Yeah.
And that means that I'm not going to be around as much. I'm not saying you guys can't handle it on your own. You did better than I ever did, but I'm just saying that it's going to be on you now.
Yeah.
I mean, you come get me if you're ever in trouble, but
Of course.
I think once this wedding is done, politics and duty are going to pull me away. Anyway, they'll be fine. They
Yeah.
got you.
Thanks.
We fine.
Do you... So I haven't really talked to anyone about this.
Hmm?
On the island with the bull, I kind of had a realization / epiphany as I very quickly turned to stone. Which, by the way, is horrific. Like, I am not gonna be able to not think about that for a while.
Yeah. I thought that might hit you a little hard.
Yeah. Have I been doing a good job? Because, like, you know, my whole reason that I left home was to find a way to fix everything. And I've really tried. And then, as I slowly solidified on an island that I don't know the name of, outside of a nickname that we gave it, I wondered, you know, did I do everything I could? So, what do you think I've been, you know, measuring up?
Takes a minute. I don't know what you're measuring yourself up to. Don't make someone else's standards yours. You've been doing the best you can. This, everything that's happened as long as I've known all of you, this feels like it did before. You never truly know in the moment if you made the right decision. It's not until you can see the effects. Take it from someone who has second guessed everything that he did in his former life. You're doing the best you can with what's in front of you. You help who you can. You do everything in your power. And that's all you can do.
Thank you.
And you just pray that your mistakes don't come back to haunt you. But that's not your problem.
No, as egotistical as this sounds, I fully intend to make my mistakes someone else's problem. And that particular person may or may not have a red eye tattooed on their hand. So, boy, I hope they're ready for a couple years worth of some pent-up frustration.
Good. Like I said, you guys will be fine. I think we're slowly getting to a place where you don't need me anymore anyway.
It doesn't mean we don't want you around.
I appreciate that. Hector kind of looks over his shoulder. You good?
I think so. I think I'm still gonna be unpacking the whole turn to stone thing for a while, but I think I'm good.
Good. They're all gonna need you before it's over. He just kind of taps your shoulder and heads towards the back of the ship.
At that, Torin will go see if Corrales and V are done with their conversation.
Oh yeah, they've already split off.
Okay. He's gonna go, just like V, not try to startle Corrales when he approaches, but like, hey, quick question there, my friend.
Every time. What's up, Torin?
Yep.
So, you're the resident magical person. Also, very glad that you got your cloak back, got your shroud.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm glad we didn't go to that godforsaken city for nothing.
Same.
Ugh.
It was close calls, though.
Ugh. I thought the Shadowfell was creepy.
I'd go back to the Shadowfell first.
Right? Like, anyway. Question for you, my friend. And I apologize if I sound blunt when I say this, but so you remember when we were fighting and I swung Chaos Star really, really hard and like all that weird energy just like burst the fuck out of it?
Kind of.
Do you know what the fuck that was? 'Cause I don't.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Yeah. I'll keep it Arcana. Yeah.
I mean,
How you want to say religion? You want to say religion?
I mean, I swung it.
Magic, not.
I swung it pretty firm, but like that's not the hardest swing I've ever had.
It could go either way.
It was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It was. I mean, you have seen Hector use Smite before. He doesn't use it often, but usually he has a couple times, and you've seen like a pale verdant green aura to his sword when he swings it.
I think it was similar to what Hector can do.
Huh. Right. Huh. Interesting.
I can't say I'm an expert on that, but it looked like it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I didn't.
You didn't do it?
Mm-mm.
Could it be something that Chaos Star can do that you didn't know about?
No, not with as many times as I've unalived people with it. I've never seen it do that before.
I don't know. Maybe it was location.
Could be.
I don't know, Torin.
Well, okay. Well, maybe these are just. I'll ask Hector later. It wasn't like, dire. I was just curious because I know you're the go-to expert when it comes to magic, and I've never done that before. It was kind of cool though. Like, it didn't throw me off balance. It didn't feel like Calstar was weighted down. It just felt like an extra oomph behind my swing. It's kind of cool.
the most fighter way to describe.
He is so in character.
The most fighter. Mwah. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know what you could, but maybe try to hit something. We have an
Or
extra
hit
barrel
Ghost
laying
Spark.
around.
Maybe I'll wait till we're not on Ramsey's ship because that poor man's one more ship away from just being traumatized.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to hit the ship, but yeah, I mean, we could wait. Hit a tree on the island or something.
Yeah, but appreciate your help trying to figure out how I learned magic all of a sudden. Like, is
I'm gonna grab your shoulder and pull you down a little closer. Have you made any deals with any gods?
not that I can think of. I mean,
Nothing like trading souls for.
No, that would be dumb. Oops. Sorry. The last time I spoke to any god was when, well, I prayed to Aphrodite to help with Isla. And that felt like forever ago.
That was back in Tartarus, right?
Mm. It was right after we killed Regis. I don't know.
I mean, ask her. Wouldn't be the first time a god has answered. I can't say she'd just come out and answer a question like that, but maybe.
All right. It's a thought. But no, to my knowledge, I haven't made any deals.
To my knowledge, you would know.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad that things are, well, they were getting back to normal, with you getting your shroud back, and us getting off to this wedding, because, man, this has been a long few days.
It usually is for us, it seems. For the last, 2 weeks, 3 months, 4 years, how much time has gone by.
Yeah, something like that. I'll say this. If I ever have a wedding, it will not be destination.
Do we even
it will
know
be
the
somewhere-
destination?
You feel somebody's arms wrap around your neck from behind, and you hear Nat go, "If you ever have a what?"
If I ever have a wedding, it will not be destination, because all this traveling on uncharted waters and getting attacked by giant demon birds is bullshit.
She you feel a strong pull from behind, and she goes, "If you ever have a wedding, I'll tell you where it's going to happen."
Torin is a power. Never mind.
Sorry, couldn't help it over here. She just kind of walks off.
But yeah, it will not be destination. I'm not sailing through another goddamn rock again.
I mean,
Make a perception check.
I just love that Torrin seems to think that this is an average destination wedding. He knows so little about weddings with his spider brain.
13.
You don't see it. Cast your eyes to the sky. It's starting to get to the early evening hours. You don't see any sign of The Rock or Dwayne Johnson.
Ha
I
ha.
don't see anybody.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Corrales, and like Torrance just whisper, do you think who would win a fight, The Rock or Philomena?
Oh,
Because I feel like if that thing showed up to her wedding, she would smoke it like on the spot, like fried
I think
wings
if
all
Zeus
around.
showed up to her wedding, she would smoke him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I agree with this.
In my head canon, this is our road trip game. Who would win, Philomena
Who
or
would
Woodley?
win in a fight?
Yeah.
This is our version of I Spy when we're on road trips.
No, I would agree with that. I would agree.
Even Truth's like, guys, we always start with Philomena. You got to build up to it. Got to start with like an owlbear and Corrales, and then we move up from there.
Philomena. Don't start at Philomena.
But yeah, I appreciate your help. And he's gonna just like not yank on it, but give Shroud a little tug. Try not to lose this again.
Magic cards aside, I hope not.
And with that, Torn will take his leave.
To which Corrales, just off to the side, you hear a very raised voice. What if I wanted a destination wedding?
Torrin's last words to Corrales. If a buxom redhead named Shanty.
How do they all know about this? Draco.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
You got anything?
Yes. Can I sit next to Sapphire?
Easy enough to do. She's just kind of sitting off on her lonesome, just kind of thinking. You saw her talk to Hector for a few moments earlier, but she's now off on her own.
Okay, I'm gonna sit next to her, and then just to avoid prying ears, I'm gonna speak in Druidic. And what's on your mind?
A lot of things that don't add up to me. I don't know. So the Brotherhood is back. And now this somebody, we don't have all the details. Somebody has raised a once dead former queen of Thrandia back to life. Why? To what purpose? Trying to figure that one out. I don't have anything yet.
When you say the former dead queen, what? The same queen that exiled and outlawed our people, right?
Yeah.
What now that she's back, do you think we're even in more danger than we were before?
I think that goes without saying.
What I know you don't. I know when I brought this up before, you were against this, but I feel like the situation has changed.
You see a strange smile come across her face.
They need you, Sapphire.
She kind of looks at some of the people on the boat, and she kind of motions to Hector. She goes, "He'll need me." Kind of looking around. I think your little band of heroes here, they might need me. I don't know. If Hector's trying to fill his old brother's shoes and serve as some type of regent or whatever they want out of him, he's going to need help. I turned my back on the clans a long time ago. We look, you're too young to know this, but our people look too inward half the time and they don't see the big picture. Makes us easy targets. Isolationists don't last in this kind of world, Draco.
I get that, and that's why they need someone that can see the big picture. Someone that actually has some weight behind their voice.
I think you underestimate what you're capable of.
Oh, please. I doubt anyone would take. The fact that I'm here now is me begging and pleading to try to get someone to help take care of that dragon.
Consider this. Let's say, after all is said and done, and you get these folk to return with you, you face that dragon and you defeat it. What happens then? They must leave. Are you going to go with them, or are you going to stay? You will then be one of the heroes that saved our people. You slayed what did you say, an ancient dragon?
Yeah.
You made land safe for them to settle. I think your word will carry a great deal of weight after all that.
I really think you're overestimating me.
And I think you are overestimating the legends and stories that can be passed down about certain people. All those names that people gave me and Hector, they're pretty. They don't mean much. We still failed. Clearly, Baraxis is still a problem. The Brotherhood is still a problem. Some heroes of Thrandia.
So, when we do go, are you going to be coming with at least?
Did you repeat that for me, Chris? My stuff cut out right at the tail end there.
No, I said, when we do go to take care of that situation, are you going to be coming with us?
What, to kill an ancient white dragon?
No. I wasn't asking that. I mean to see what's at stake, I guess. To see what they're building to, what we're building to.
I've talked to Hector a little bit about what the plans are. If there really is plans for a free state in Thrandia, maybe me being by his side, and it's not the worst idea. If my word carries any weight, a representation of our people near him isn't the worst idea to have. And it keeps me away from all the squabbling of our tribes. It's win-win.
I can't even fault you for that one. like I know our people live for a long time, but Jesus, it's just blah 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 blah. Like so hard headed.
Yes, because we have time to be.
Yeah, you would think though, after all the years that they'll be willing to pull their heads out their asses and, like you said, see the bigger picture.
Politics is politics, no matter who you are. Petty squabbling always muddies the water. It always taints any good that can be made out of a situation. And then when personal agendas get thrown in the mix, you have a cocktail for disaster. You always do. But who knows? Maybe this whole idea of the free state of brine, if that's what you're trying to do, maybe.
I just want what's best for my people. We've suffered enough. We've been separated enough.
I agree.
I guess with that, since I can't change her mind, I just sit back and watch the clouds and the stars and whatnot. Oh, actually, I do want to. What kind of druid are you, Sapphire?
Good question. What circle did I give her?
Ask
1 second.
on that question.
Yeah. Gosh, you can't just ask that about somebody.
Circle of none your business.
Nunya? Circle of Nunya business? Circle of your DM doesn't have that note readily available?
While that's going on, Draco hears from the back ship. Come on, Corrales. Just one time. I challenge you to an arm wrestling contest. Why are you walking away from me?
Little brother, just leave me alone. I want to read.
I wasn't ready for that.
That's a distraction for time.
Sorry, a lot of sibling. Getting serious sibling energy.
Yeah.
I promise I won't do it for real.
Just under his breath, Draco's just, how did he get magic? Who gave him magic?
Sapphire just kind of leans down. Probably religious.
That's even worse.
The shade! The shade!
Oh,
Damn, Sapphire, you don't gotta cast Vicious Mockery like that.
Oh, part bard.
I thought you was a druid. You was a bard the whole time.
The whole time.
And I'll get that circle to you when I didn't have her note readily up, so I can't remember. I want to say it was maybe I'm not gonna say. I can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah,
I was just curious. That's all.
Yeah, I'll message you. I'll message it to you later.
She asked me to show her mine, so I wanted her to show me hers.
Hot.
Hopefully Lilith wasn't scrying at that part. But anyway.
She's already mad at you. What are you worried about?
She sensed that disturbance in the force. Just
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm pissed off at Draco all of a sudden.
Somewhere in the Frostfeld, you feel that Lilith just went to Kane for advice on fire spells.
Oh shit.
Anyway, and I just noted how funny it was that I made a druid named Kane from the Fire Circle. Anyway,
No, Deagle was the fire. Kane was from.
No, Kane was fire.
He was. Yeah. He was fire.
Yeah.
Deagle's just
Side missions. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, no. Yeah, pretty much. She still sits beside you, but you spend the rest of the time conversing with Sapphire.
And I'm like, if you ever meet a scrawny, cowardly druid named Deagle, stay away. Just slap the shit out of him.
What circle was he from?
Or some shit? I don't remember.
Draco, NPCs are your job, okay?
Come on now.
The NPC details are your job.
I believe I did tell you he was a forest circle.
That's what it was, forest. Yeah. It didn't matter. He amounted to fucking uselessness.
Anyway, yeah, you spend the rest of the night talking to Sapphire. V, where are you at right now?
Oh, somewhere. She's just sitting on a railing somewhere. Kind of thinking. Yeah. Just
Okay.
sort of like absentmindedly, like she's kind of tossing one of her combs, then she'll dodge it, tossing it and dodging it, catching it. It's kind of like keeping herself busy.
Right. Okay. After a few moments, you notice Hector walk up.
Catches her comb.
One of the times is your... Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, unless you wanted to do something.
I was going to say, one of the times that you throw the comb up in the air, he just catches it before it comes down.
She kind of turns and looks at him. You still annoyed about the pants?
Yeah. He smiles. Seems like there's more important things to be concerned with now, though, so... Stay of execution.
That's fair.
At that, he picks you up.
Ah, okay. Are there people around?
Yeah.
Easy.
And he walks to the back of the ship where there was 2 barrels stacked.
Okay, what's he do when we get there?
Spins you around and he's holding you up, but like grasping you underneath each leg and just holding you up in the air. And he just kind of hugs you.
She kind of like she's happy, it's humorous, but she's also like that was a close call, you know?
Yeah, it first felt like, ooh, flirty, and then you notice that he's just holding you.
She kind of like runs her fingers through the top of his hair and like kind of lays her head on top of his.
Yeah. Under his...
Can be irritating.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, under his breath, he barely mouths out the words, "That was close."
You can be annoyed with me and happy that I'm alive. I don't think those are mutually exclusive. I was a lot closer than... yeah. kind of, I don't know if you know it, but she's kind of doing that, like, the last time she was like this was when she admitted that Aphrodite was her fault.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the last time she was had this attitude.
This
But
open.
kind of like open. Yeah, open, but also like open in a guilty way, you know, like that kind of like
Yeah.
admitting something type of a thing, and she's just kind of saying that was more close than she liked.
Still holding you, he's just now just looking into your eyes. I thought I could protect all of you a little better than that. I don't know what happened. I just started taking shots from nowhere, and before I knew it, I was on the ground.
I tried to make that, you know, I'm not used to protecting things. I'm not used to that, and I didn't handle it well. And I just, I should have done better. And I don't.
You see his just shake his head from side to side. You stood over me and protected me. I couldn't ask for any more than that.
What if? I mean, I can protect you, but what if I can hurt you too? Is that? I don't know how I feel about being able to do both.
I guess that's the truth about this, is that you can hurt me and I can hurt you. I don't want to. I'm trying not to, but it can happen. I don't see how that pertains to the fight, though.
I just don't like it when you're hurt.
Me neither, because that stung.
Just kind of puts his hair behind his ears and holds his cheeks while he's still holding her. I wasn't trying to leave you on the beach. That part of my life, I've never done that just because I wanted to, for no other reason. And that part of my life has literally been everyone else's business. Literal business. Forever. So maybe I just would like this to be ours for a little while. If that's not too.
You just feel his forehead just kind of lean and touch right around where your shoulder's at. Whatever you want. Whatever you want from me.
I don't know what I want from you. I've never gotten to want anything. what my job has always been, what it really is. Not killing people, the other one. It's
You haven't exactly kept it a secret.
well, what it really was. The brothel and the temple both. I have always been a very well-respected, highly sought after second option. A good stand-in for whatever it is people really wanted but couldn't have. So, when you spend your entire life being everyone's second best, you start to feel more than a little worthless sometimes. So, I don't think I'll know what I want from you until I've gotten used to a few things. I'm sorry about that.
It's fine with me. You feel for the first time he kind of puts you down. I was often the second choice as well. I was inconvenient. That's why all of this, and he kind of just motions around everything. He goes, all of you mean so much to me because you didn't require something of my presence. You didn't need me to be anything for you. You just wanted me to be around. You're the first ones in my life who ever just wanted me around.
She gets really sad's not the right word, but she feels bad and kind of holds his hands together in hers. You know, for a long time, you were... Do you know who you seemed like when you fight with us? When you're back there, we're in battle and you're running options and charging in and trying to... and helping and fighting. Not a guess.
Maybe he was always a part of me. Maybe he's how I deal with everything.
I think that the most consistent thing about you through all your many iterations through this whole thing has been devotion. Not to a wild god somewhere, but just devotion to life or something akin to it. And this time you care about our lives, and you were, when you were shattered, when you were nothing but a soul or a shard of one, that was still there. That was still so strong, and It's still a part of you. I'm glad that this time you get to put it towards some people that care about you.
Me too.
Maybe, if I can guess, maybe you've been trying to find somewhere to put that your whole life.
Maybe.
I don't mind standing over you because you're carrying you out was easier this time.
Next time, let me save you next time.
I mean, I suppose we are over 2. Sorry, I don't put myself in the... I think I'd make a good damsel. I could do it. I'd make a great damsel.
Yeah, you were believable that one time. When we first met you.
Oh, I was not. I was more than believable. I was amazing.
You were okay.
I was great. I think I even cried over the carriage driver. That was pretty good. I think I was plenty convincing.
What was their name?
Kyrus.
He kind of puts his forehead.
To repeat.
Yeah, he just kind of puts his forehead down on yours. Well, we don't want them getting the wrong idea, so. He kisses your hand. And as he steps away, ow! Oh! And he walks back out, holding his face. Ah! He looks at Torin. Oh, what can I say? I'm not her type. And he just keeps walking.
Oh, sweetie!
Note to self: half elf, not V type.
He's not even gonna roll insight. He's just buying it.
And the
V
guy
doesn't know
said,
if he's trying to help. V doesn't know if he's trying to help the situation, like help her or make her look bad. She's just kind of like.
It's what he thought of in the moment.
He doesn't know what to. She's just like. Just walks somewhere. Yeah, she just walks out kind of confused and calls it good.
Okay. With nobody challenging that deception, we'll just gonna let Hector have that one. Okay.
Yep, just let it go.
Okay.
Torin's not gonna question it. That's in character.
Yeah.
Even if he rolled insight, he's not gonna sell for it. He'll know sell it. He'll believe it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And there's only one person who knows better. Anyway, it is now well into the night hours, and you hear Ramsey call out to all of you and says, "Land ahead. I believe
Oh shit.
we're here." As you guys pull into port. Does not take long. The remainder of Ramsey's crew disembark, and each one of you step off of the bronze longship. I'm going to say, party, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Every time we get
All
off
nat
a
ones.
different
All
ship.
nat ones. Rock fall. Everyone dies.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that.
Jesus. 23.
21.
21. George?
16.
16.
16 also.
16.
My
Okay,
plus 12 helped.
Good
Plus
enough.
12?
My plus 12 helped none.
God.
As you guys have landed and you have disembarked and you are now walking onto the island, you see this is a tropical paradise, and it appears that there is something in the terms of a settlement here, as you just see cabana. It is the epitome of of tourist trap.
Oh, no.
Wherever you are, they have not scrimped on the tiki. They have not scrimped on the whole island getaway motif.
Every drink is either in a pineapple or a coconut.
You better believe it.
Speaking of, has anybody came up to us with coconut drinks?
You are greeted by a couple of the we'll call it the people who run the grounds here, and they say, "Welcome." Yeah. Welcome. This is Eternity's Bliss, and you just see as they make a very big showing you what you've already seen, and this is.
It's
She was
just like, oh my God.
We're not exactly on the map yet, as we are in the Islands of No Names. However, as you can see, we've been well at work into making this one of the most desirable destination spots in the entire Silver Seas.
I mean, compared to the other islands that we saw, this is a much needed upgrade.
Yeah, it is. It does strike you as odd that this is this one bastion of civilization amongst wild, untamed, and extremely dangerous islands, considering you've been to 2 of them.
Do we
Question.
get the impression that this was made for the wedding, or this was kind of here and Mina was like, yeah, that?
I'm gonna say intelligence roll.
No.
I'll guide her. Just get a little
15?
hand
Do
on
I
her shoulder.
get
You draw. You roll a d4 and add it.
a D4? 17.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah. This definitely looks recently propped up. With a name
Is there
like
any official... Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, with a name like Eternity's Bliss, you guys, it's common knowledge that these islands are uncharted. They are not mapped out. It's been your experience that the reason for that is that people don't leave these islands alive half the time. The civilization has not creeped out here. And here is this luxury resort.
Yeah, no, Mina built this for her fucking wedding.
Yes, absolutely built for the sole purpose of having her wedding here.
Is there like anybody official that comes like with the greeting part with the people? Is it just like staff members that are here to like handle new arrivals, or is there any like representation of any kind? Like,
No real representation yet, but you do see one familiar face.
Who is it?
In a straw hat, but cocked up on one side. walrus mustache, but wearing a Hawaiian-styled shirt, crossbow on his back. You see one Teledor Rex with a coconut drink in one hand, shouting at the top of his lungs, "It's about time you've got here! I've been waiting!" And you just see Draco for the first time. I don't think you've ever seen this man. Teledor, didn't I say about just a little shorter than Torin? Semi-muscular human build, a walrus style mustache with a pair of spectacles, a straw cabana hat, but he's purposely folded one side up. Huge crossbow strapped to his back, and like I said, for the lack of better terms, like a Hawaiian styled shirt. It definitely looks like your dad's vacation, like that kind of shirt. This shirt screams, "It's my day off." And you see this man come up and aggressively greet every member of the party. "They told me you didn't use teleportation to get here. You traveled by boat. Bully, you will tell me every bit of your adventures. This has been the most boring wedding I have ever been to up to this point. I am so glad there's entertainment." Corrales, you are aggressively, you don't get a choice, hugged. Torin, he about shakes your arm off with...
Torin's going to give him that deep tucked in bro hug.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no. And
he's gonna whisper to Corrales, "It's politics, dear. He likes you. That you're on deck."
Good to see you, my lad. I haven't had the pleasure to meet you. Teledor Rex, sir. Draco, as this aggressive human just grabs your hand, is just shaking it repeatedly.
Draco. Is he on the level? Should I feel threatened? I don't know if I should feel threatened or not.
You should only feel threatened if you meet Edith. Just slaps your hand and goes to the next person. Hector, yes, very good to see you. So we have much to discuss, much in the way of politics and the future of the free state of Brine, sir. And he just, yeah, it's good to see you too, sir. And once again, very brusquely, "My dear Enchanted!" He just bows.
She does the curtsy bit and the everything and the deference and the blah blah blah. She's just like, "Yes, this is wonderful to be here. Great." Oh boy.
Oh my goodness! Tell me of your exploit, Torin. You feel an arm reach around you. Draco, one around you. Very familiar for a dude who just met you. Like, you must tell me of your exploits.
Draco just, gets the arm off of him and
undeterred too. He doesn't even notice it, and he just keeps talking. You must tell him you didn't teleport here. You are the craziest bunch of adventurers I've ever met. Please tell me your adventure. Somebody get these people drinks.
Now
I was going to ask about the lodging. Who do we see about our official places to stay, sir?
It's all been taken care of. I'll show you to your lodgings. I'll be the first one to show you around. This place is very beautiful, and it wears very thin in about an hour. And he just keeps...
Before he drags us off, I want to look at the staff. It's just curious, because this whole island, there's no giant constructs or guardian beast or portals to different dimensions or anything like that here, right?
Oh no, here at Eternity's Bliss, there's nothing to fear of the local threats that some of the other islands in the Islands of No Names are very most famous for. No, we ensure that you will have a pleasant stay for as long as you're here, and if I'm correct that you are here for the Bordeaux wedding, so trust us.
Can I insight?
Yes. Hard insight.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, insight check.
100%.
Dirty 20.
Nat 1, I believe it.
Draco, this woman is on the level. You are immediately put to ease. This looks like a good vacation, well earned after the week you've had. Torin.
Got a hammock.
Yep.
Point me
Torin.
to the hammock.
She's telling the truth, or at least she believes she is.
Okay.
She's very convincing in that she believes it.
All right. So she's not trying to lie, but, maybe don't go swimming in the pond.
You do, Teledor, does, tell you of there are several activities on the island. He's done all of them and he's already bored. He does, let's see, there is some recreation here. They do have pearl diving, basic, fishing. Let's see, there's, food and drinks abound and, lovely spots to walk and see on the island. There's I think there's a entire sacred garden which has different altars to different deities depending on who you worship. Let me see. Did I mention that there was? What'd you say, V?
No, he didn't keep up. I was gonna ask about Mina whenever he was done.
Yeah, he's just going through what's there, and he's starting to repeat a few of them.
Yeah, V kind of cuts him off. She's very sweetly. She's like, not that we're gonna bother her now, but the bride to be.
Oh, she's already here. Last I saw her entourage, they were making preparations. I don't know what's the term for a anxious bride who bites the head off of anyone who speaks to her.
I would
anyway.
tread very carefully.
That
Torin
one.
goes to say something, but immediately just...
V shoots you a look.
But, you get the idea.
Torin stops himself.
But you get the idea. But, no, she is here, and, actually, I must say, I don't know how much foot traffic this place usually gets, but there's a lot of people here. Well, some I know, many I don't.
Well, Philomena has many connections, so
Yes.
I'm sure she has to make the show of it. I'm sure it's all for the good sakes of Brian and our future and her future. About lodging?
Oh yeah, and between him and the some of the staff that are here for the resort, they do show you all have rooms, separate rooms. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Taruk. Wouldn't expect Hector, so 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Taruk, 6 for Nat. Well, nope, technically, because the Torin wasn't planned for. So 5.
Torin was not invited.
5. So there's 5 rooms.
Torin was the plus one.
Technically,
Wait,
Draco.
so people have to jump, so
That's
Tucker
correct,
and
Draco.
Don't worry, Draco. Corrales got a plus one.
Yeah. Technically, it'd be only 4
Nat
rooms.
got a +1, and I got a +1. Okay, so that means
So
that
4.
people
'cause
have to double
Taruk
up.
got invited.
Yeah.
So, wow, okay, cool. So Torin, Draco, and Hector have to double up in someone's rooms.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Draco would be fine outside, so it's cool.
Draco's fine. So that
Okay.
means...
Yeah. Anyway, you notice as
Torin
there's...
they would-
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think Torin's staying with Nat. You see an awkward glance from Hector and Corrales. You mind?
No, Hector, not at all.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh god, I love this. At that,
He's just
Torin
kind
is
of
gonna
muses
go.
out loud.
Torin is gonna find the 2 largest drink containers he can. Probably pineapples like just this big.
Yeah.
Grab them. Teledor, have I ever told you about the stone toss sport that me and an old friend invented? And he's gonna one arm around Teledor and just walk off drinking.
Nice. Yeah, no, he's fascinating. Tell me.
Are the
Draco, you can
little
hear
cabins?
Teledor's voice literally a block away. Like, the further he gets, you can still hear him.
Who was that? Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, he doesn't match the whole group dynamic. How long has that been a thing?
Who, Teledor?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the group's biggest fan, and also very important to the Council of Brine. So, luckily, he's not too hard to impress.
Uh,
Are the rooms like little cabins, or are they like? Is it
Yeah, it's
big
little
buildings?
bungalows. Yeah.
Little bungalows. That's so cute. V just kind of muses aloud. Well, my own room. That's a new change of pace. It's been a while.
think just point me into the nearest hammock and Draco will be fine outside.
You do see Draco a couple palm trees off to the side where you're kind of like, it'd be a good spot for a hammock. You know, like, you've already kind of eyed a decent spot, not too far away from the rooms of the rest of the party. You're kind of like,
Nice. Crashing outside like a true woodsman.
I will do the due diligence of telling Mina we've arrived, so I suppose I'll try to find her.
There's a quicker way, but yeah, sure.
Get out of my head, Tim.
I was giving you a moment. All right.
Honestly, I was going to, but if V's going off, then
sure.
I mean, V doesn't know.
I was gonna say V doesn't exactly know.
I know.
Yeah, that's why there was an awkward pause.
You think V is going to show up to her boss's wedding, her closest thing to a friend, her closest thing to a mother's wedding, and not say, "Hey, we got here"?
Yeah. Not hard. I'm not even. We text that we got here. No.
Kind of.
Not hard to find. V. You keep going by staff members. Where's the bride? Where's the bride? And they're like, oh, this way. This way. Eventually, you are motioned to one of the suites where she is staying, and it doesn't appear to be too many people around, and the door is closed.
Just give it a little, madam.
No answer.
Well, I'll knock again. Louder this time.
No answer.
Well, if she's sleeping, I'm sure as fuck not going to wake her up. So I will find the nearest staff member and just make sure that as soon as the bride is awake, let her know that Bernice and her party have arrived.
Yes, ma'am.
If she's in a bad mood, I'm sorry, but please still get the message to her.
You see, there's a little bit of trepidation in this particular, he's like, oh, okay. Yes, ma'am, no problem.
I tip him and I go,
thank you.
Yep. I'm sure as hell not going to be bugging her if she's asleep or something. But I'll make very sure that she gets the message that we're here.
Easy enough.
And I'll call it good for now. I want to see what the party's going to do.
Yeah, I was too. I know where Torin is, and before I go there, Corrales, Draco, are you going to go follow Torin? What are you guys doing? Are you the types that you're just going to go to your hotel room and chill out? What are you doing?
All this is new to Draco, so This sounds bad, but I'm gonna look towards Corrales to see like what he's doing, cause yeah.
Well, Corrales, because Draco, you said you were outside, so you haven't seen Corrales come back out yet. Corrales, you're in your room. What are you doing?
Does V come back and tell us she couldn't find the madam? Or does she go to...
Right now, V is just going back to her room.
Yeah, as of right, I mean, you haven't seen her come back yet.
Okay.
Are we in like a little complex? Like, are all of our rooms relatively close to each other? Like our little bungalows in a row, or
You guys, yeah, all of your stuff, yeah, you're close to each other.
Okay.
I'll talk to the madam.
Okay. What do you say?
Yeah. I'll literally just say, Madam, we're here.
What? Darling, what? Who's what?
It's Corrales. We made it to the island.
Darling, I haven't heard from you in a while. Someone told me that you sailed here. Why would you do that?
Was there another way?
Darling, I told the council members teleportation. We're gonna go.
We're here now.
Who's that?
We'll talk tomorrow, Madam.
Yeah. Good talk, darling.
I'm not saying another word to her right now.
Good call.
That is the smartest thing you've done all campaign.
I love Rel, and Rel just like, huh? What? Huh?
So, what you gather is that she was asleep, Corrales.
That's all right.
So, what do you do?
Now I am just gonna sit on my bed and I guess study my book of shadows.
You don't.
No, that's
Yeah.
my book.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, your book.
Yes.
Sorry. I was gonna be like, you don't have that one. You left that in a tomb. Yeah, I got you.
Tom is in the tomb.
Right.
Hector does kind of start kind of removing some of the armor, trying to treat some of it. Man. Thanks for letting me stay here.
Of course, Hector. Why would I say no?
Well, I wasn't technically invited to this, so I'm kind of crashing. So.
I mean, technically, so is Torin.
Yeah, me and him are kind of in the same boat.
Sort of. There's more of a past there with you.
Well, yeah. I haven't forgotten.
Maybe won't.
Listen. She won't what?
Mind?
I think the less she sees of me, the better all of this will go.
Yeah. But I mean, majority of the heroes of Thrandia are now on one island.
I mean, I think the less people who know that, the better. I
Yeah, I mean, are you going to hide in here for the entire time we're here? Somebody's going to see you.
No, I'm not gonna hide. I've got a plan. I think I know where I can go and not be seen for a little bit. Just I just think that the less that I'm seen, like maybe I should only be seen at the wedding. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
I mean,
I don't know. I can't avoid the political side of this, can I? I guess I do have to go out there.
yeah, at least some people know you were with us, so they know or can expect that you'd be with us now that we're here.
Yeah. Intelidor is one thing, but it's nothing to worry about. It's just politics and stuff that I'm gonna have to get used to.
Can I incite that?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, let me get out of character.
Nat 1.
Oh.
Yikes.
Sure, I'll roll. Seems to be just what he says. Seems to be just a little nervous as far as, you know, he's from what you know, he's at an ex's wedding and there's political ramifications involved of him possibly being the figurehead for a new government in Thrandia. To what end, we don't know, but there's there I'll say this, even with the one, there is legitimate concern in a lot of what he's saying. That may not be all of it, but there is legitimate concern in some of that.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen, Hector?
I could be cursed and turned into an undead for like 600 years.
Well, not by the madam.
You don't know her like I do.
Not in that way, but we're closer than you think.
Insight check. 12.
Uh-huh.
So, plus 8 to that, by the way.
So
You see him looking at you, kind of like wondering what that meant, but well, I'm gonna go get ice.
All right, Hector. I'll be here.
You see, as he's got like probably what he's gonna wear to this wedding tomorrow. It's like a kind of like a greenish kind of tunic. You wonder where he's been keeping it, but apparently at some point he's gotten formal wear. But yeah, kind of like this green, like a greenish tunic and a sash that kind of matches it. Like you kind of sees he's kind of looks fairly put together. You just kind of, what do you think?
Good.
Now I'm going to go get ice.
You go get that ice.
Draco, you see Hector leave one of the Corralis's room, kind of decked out, kind of in a green, kind of like a verdant, like a metallic green tunic with a sash that matches. For once, not in plate armor.
Oh, that must be what V meant by. Oh, okay. I don't got nothing like that.
You're just kind of like, kind of resting in a hammock. He's like, "What? Too much?"
No. You're fine, man. You look nice. Where you headed? I don't think the festivities start tonight.
I thought I'd go ice.
Ain't you make ice? I literally saw you make ice.
No, I can't make ice. Can't you? You're a druid.
I mean, I can, but I swear I saw you use an ice storm spell before.
Yes, I can do. Which one was that? Blizzard? Yeah, I can do blizzard, but that's not good for drinks.
Oh, okay. Well, you just said ice. I don't do this kind of stuff. So I didn't think you had to look fancy to get ice stuff.
I'm gonna go find Torin, and he goes as he goes. Corralo says Hector leaves. Are you doing anything?
Of course.
What do you got?
I'm gonna talk to Shroud.
Okay. You kind of dim the candles and what little light source there is in the room. You reach out and try to talk to Shroud.
You ready to talk?
Yeah. Sure. You mind if I lead off?
Go ahead.
What? All right. So you lose me in a card game?
I wouldn't call it a card game. It was some kind of magic card. I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but yeah.
Because all I know is that 1 minute we're in some hut in the middle of a swamp, right? And then gone. The next thing I know, some little halfling boy puts me on him, and now he's my host. And he knows nothing about arcane. He has no talent. He's nothing without me, by the way.
He's nothing anymore anyway, so.
Yeah, he died, didn't he?
Yes.
Well, it's good to know that you're willing to kill to have me back. You should.
If a cloak could puff out its chest.
Right.
You feel it billow out a little.
Yeah, I mean, we went all the way to the city of the dead to find you. Didn't know what else was happening there, but
City of the Dead. Yeah. My kid said something about that.
what were they trying to do?
I can only get his side of the conversations. From what I could gather, raising Calliope was really important to them. Those mercenaries, they were more than just mercenaries.
What do you mean more than just mercenaries?
It's almost like they worshipped Calliope. There was something more to it. Now the kid, the little half-elf boy, what's his name? He he had his own desires on power, and he just wanted to be important. It's kind of like, a child playing with his dad's crossbow. It was kind of dangerous. But no. Maybe worshiping Calliope is not the right word. They revered her very much, and she was a catalyst to something. They were desperate.
Could it be tied to the cult?
Which cult?
Oh my god, I'm blanking right now. The
Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Brotherhood of the Night Eye?
Yes.
Brotherhood of the Night Eye? The Night Eye, they've kind of got their own way of doing things. I never once, at least, it's not like I can see, my bearer never mentioned the eye tattoo on the hand. These people were something else. They weren't just run-of-the-mill mercenaries. All I know is that they revered Calliope, and getting her back was very important to them.
But to what end?
Gonna make a roll to see if he remembers. It's cacked. There's one term that got thrown out. The half-elf mentioned it a few times. Doomsayers. Something about doomsayers.
I've never heard of them.
Roll me an intelligence check, Corrales.
19. Ah, wait, no. 21.
21. You needed a 20.
No way.
Nice.
You once held a doomsayer stone.
Oh. That's the stone I left in the Roxasha's lair
Yeah.
that Shadeleaf found.
Yeah. You remember what it was tied to?
Yeah, I do. Oh. How much do you know about my patron, my first patron?
I was going to say, Corrales, it's a little crowded in here. Which one of us are you talking about?
Shroud being petty?
Tharizdun. You know more than you've let on, because at one point you almost quoted him.
Roll a persuasion roll
15.
against a piece of clothing.
Yeah, fucking roll against your cloak.
You did, and you won.
Hey.
I beat the fabric.
Very, very special fabric.
Yeah. Shroud, wait, there's a pause. Listen, I dabbled, okay? I dabbled in magics that I shouldn't have. I was never a part of any cult. Listen, the part of my story is of my own doing, all right? Draconic Greek Empire. Let's just say they had an emperor. They wanted to prolong his life. And this was long after my failures in Thrandia with the five of us. I dabbled in some necromantic magic to prolong the life of the Emperor. I succeeded. After my work was done, they imprisoned me and punished me for practicing necromancy. Tied up the loose end. I was never a part of a cult.
Nobody said you were a part of a cult.
I'm not with them.
Can I insight the cloak?
Yes. Roll insight.
Definitely touch.
16.
He's telling the truth.
But that still doesn't explain where Tharizdun is. Or where he comes in. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, his whereabouts, your guess is as good as mine. It's sealed away deep in the death, come back again. Clearly, Calliope was important to his followers. And to what end, I don't know. But there you have it. I'm willing to bet that that book has something to do with it, though.
The one that's still in the tome. Well, was in the tome.
Yeah.
So how do I break it to these people that went there for you, not knowing you're even in here? They think you're just a cloak. I haven't told anybody what you actually are. And now I have to go back for a book. How do I explain this?
Don't tell them. Why do they need to know?
I can't lead them back into Morden's.
You want to go back?
That's where the tome was.
Kid, let it go.
How can I let it go? We're fighting. We're trying to stop this cult. Clearly, Calliope is important to them.
Yeah, there's a Dune cult. What do we care about it?
There's got to be some kind of connection, no?
They've got their own agenda. The Brotherhood has theirs. I don't see how any of that intertwines.
You don't think it's possible in the last 600 years that they've crossed paths?
Sure they have.
So maybe they're working together. Maybe they're not as separate as you think.
Make a religion check.
16.
You would know, especially after making a deal with him, and there's a Dune cult members, they don't hang out in the open. It's not, they would never be so brazen as the Brotherhood has been. There's a Dune cult members actually pride themselves on being able to hide within other cults. The likelihood that if there's a Dune cult would work together with the Brotherhood is unlikely.
But they may have infiltrated the Night Eye.
They can.
Oh, man.
From what you know of the Brotherhood is interested in political power and putting members in positions of authority to affect the world around. There's a Dune members prefer to be more covert and more, no pun intended, but to work in the shadows and to not draw attention to themselves. You don't truly know the intentions of the Brotherhood or Baraxis, but there's a Dune cult members you do have a good idea on, and it's all about unchaining the chained oblivion. Anybody that they could use to meet that end is fine, but to be allied with something doesn't add up.
So, could they be using Baraxis to try to release Tharizdun?
What is Baraxis? What do we know about him? Or her, them, whatever it is.
At the moment, not entirely too much. I know they're trying to make him a deity.
There's a bit of a silence. That's not good. Listen, yes, I faced Baraxis 600 years ago. If you're talking about an entity that still endures, who knows the form that it has? How has it endured so long? What is it? It's clearly not the entity that I saw.
If I'm not mistaken, he's a Cyclops now.
Interesting. There's too many questions left unanswered, kid. I don't have everything that you're looking for.
Insight?
Yeah.
Don't be false. 6.
You almost let it go. You believe everything that he's told you is straight up and has been 100% him being open. But you feel like there's one omission that's just hanging over the
Did he? Yeah, I think he. What is he leaving out?
Yo, this is so good.
Careless fashion. He almost let it go.
Sorry. There's one omission hanging over the conversation. You believe everything that he's told you is right and that he's been truthful. But you feel like there's one thing that he may be holding back.
What aren't you telling me?
I'm telling you that I didn't face a Cyclops 600 years ago, okay? It was something else. I'd never seen it before.
What? Well, I guess what was it's not, yeah.
So,
what did it look like?
kid, I don't remember. That's weird. I should know. Something doesn't. It wasn't a Cyclops. But every time I've tried to recall it, I feel like there's a gap in my memory. Something's missing. I wish I could be more help.
You've been helpful for sure. We'll figure it out. I don't really know where we go from here, but we'll figure that out too.
Well, if you get her out of your head, that'd be nice.
I'm sure you know I'm not interrupting the wedding to do that.
Smart.
Means I'm stuck like this for a while.
Maybe a day, 2. Not much longer.
Silent for a while. Minutes go by, nothing. And the last thing you hear, I just remember the red eye.
The red eye?
Yeah. You know how the tattoo looks where everything's black except the inside iris of the eye? It's red. I remember the eye. But I don't remember a cyclops. Must be able to change its form, or it's become something else. None of that makes sense.
Not yet, it doesn't, but I'm sure there's people we can ask.
The rest of the night, he asks you questions just to understand everything that you've been through and have gone through since leaving in the bog.
What story that'll be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of some exposition.
Draco,
Yes.
as you lay back in the hammock, about half asleep, just kind of lying up and staring at the stars. Roll me a perception check.
Cool. Perception is one of my better stats normally. Give me one second, chill.
Oh no, he's at a disadvantage. Oh no.
I'm at disadvantage.
No.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, he's not because you're not wearing. Never mind. I'm fine. You do your thing.
Alright.
Stop looking at me.
Stop looking at me.
Ooh, a soft 20.
Soft 20 beats a 16, sir.
Hey.
You notice a half-elven figure trying to sneak his way back to the bungalows. You see as he gets back behind a palm tree, trying to look to see if anybody's watching.
You know, I'm very hard to sneak around, right?
Oh, you just yell out to him because he's like a good 100 feet away right now. He's just trying to
Yeah.
to sneak.
I won't say anything though.
And he so you yell out to him literally across the island, hey.
Well, I'll wait. I'll wait till it gets a little bit closer. But
Okay, well he's starting to try and like circle around you to go like around for who knows what purpose. But Hector is trying to sneak around. And you catch him.
So how close is he now? Is he still about 100 feet, or did he get closer?
Oh, no, he's much closer now, like 30, 40 feet away. But he's trying to, like, use, like, the plant life in the island and, like, mask him. He's trying to circle around.
Like, you know that, I know you're there, but don't worry, I won't tell anybody. It's cool.
He just walks out at this point. He's like, well, fine then. That kind of takes the fun out of this. You notice he does not have ice.
We cracked the case.
Where's the ice, Hector? And is your sash a little crooked? You look a little
No, he just literally went like to where like the bar is, and he's been trying to sneak back.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't see any ice there, Hector. What happened, buddy? Did it melt?
You know, I forgot something. He goes back and he heads back towards the bar.
Fuck.
I just look
That's
back.
it.
I just look back up at the stars, swinging back and forth in my hammock.
He's an absent-minded half-elf. Torin, you have been spending the evening drinking with Teledor.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're telling me a bronze bull?
Bronze bull. At least 10 feet tall.
And I teleported here. Wouldn't you figure? Should have went with you.
Missed a hell of a fight.
Bully.
Then you missed this giant bird trying to pick the ship up and carry it off like it was dinner. Ugh. Stupid bird. Ugh.
Well, here's to your adventure, sir. You have noticed that the dial has turned down for him the more alcohol he consumes.
Wow. Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Torn at least has a line of pineapples in front of him.
Yeah, Teledor has matched you. Matter of fact, both of you roll Constitution saves if you would.
I will.
Not bad, Telly.
That is 16.
16. He got a 14, so both of you are pretty good. You're definitely tight as a drum, but you're good. You don't feel like you won't see it again immediately. Right. Although he does say, I think I just might slow down. Because you passed that, this will not be a disadvantage. If you would, roll me a perception check, Torin.
Alrighty. 11.
11. I can't believe that. At the bar, you notice a somewhat familiar figure. You've seen her maybe once. You see platinum blonde hair all the way down to the middle of her back. Elven ears. And a beautiful white and gold gown. Not a gown, but a
maxi dress.
Yes. Looks very familiar to an elven girl that was tied to a altar in Sephrus's estate. course, she's clothed and not in danger.
Right. Hmm. I don't know how to approach this.
Guys, gotta head off. We'll see you next week.
You're good, Chris. Catch
Yeah,
you next
Chris.
week.
See you next week, man.
Peace.
Okay. I know how we'll go about this. Is she directly looking at Torn, or is she just present?
No, she's facing the bar. She's just
Okay.
quietly drinking by herself.
Okay.
You see a beautiful elven maiden at a bar, Torin.
Alright. So Torin, he's not gonna immediately like try to get her attention or anything, but he's definitely gonna he's gonna see her and pay attention and see if anything we'll say shady starts happening. You know, she starts acting weird, or
She's just sitting there enjoying a drink. Taladora's fell asleep. It's knocked over a couple of the empty pineapples. What do you do?
First I'm gonna no, I won't do. First I'm gonna ask the bartender for a bowl of water. And
Okay.
I'm gonna put it. I'm not gonna put his hand in it, but I'm gonna put it right next to his hand.
Okay.
In our grand tradition.
In the grand tradition of the Menageries.
So when he wakes up, he'll know how close it was.
Okay.
But he'll
Okay.
know. And then I will very slowly and not in like a, I guess in the least awkward way Torin can, try to approach this lady.
Okay. You walk up to her. What do you say?
May I sit next to you?
She kind of looks up at you. Not really looking for company right now, but she kind of just throws her hand out.
Thank you. I don't mean to be bold when I say this, but I think I recognize you.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess. From your dreams?
From the estate of Sephir's Holder.
She kind of looks you over. There was a dragonborn, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
No. See, you made it out of there alive. It's good to see.
Yeah.
You'll forgive me if I didn't stick around. I did what I was there to do.
Yeah, I noticed. I assumed that small blade was your handiwork.
Well, he had it coming.
No, he definitely did. I'm not trying to pass
And tell the
judgment.
pretty one I'm sorry I had to slip away like that, but, well, I didn't want to stick around. I've done what I came there to do.
Which was? 'Cause, it looked like you were in kind of a predicament when we walked in.
She kind of smiles at you. Yeah, looked that way, didn't it?
Gotcha.
Which one of us is here enjoying a drink and which one of us is dead?
True. Very true. So, are you here for the wedding, or are you here for other reasons?
Yes. She kind of winks at you.
Fair
A
enough.
little bit of business, a little bit of pleasure. Mina's a good friend of mine.
I would love to say the same, but she doesn't care for me much.
Well, she has her ways about her.
I guess my two questions are, does your business involve anyone from my little group?
That's a question. It does. But, only if they realize it. You face no immediate danger from me if that's what you're curious about.
Just a tad.
I would not dare think about conducting my business during the wedding.
Well, that was the second question, so I appreciate that answer.
Whether you realize it or not, you have nothing to fear from me.
At that time, I'd like to roll an insight check, just to be safe.
Certainly.
Just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one, too. That's an 18.
18, nice. Her words are carefully chosen.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing she has told you is a lie.
Got it. Well, if it means anything, I'm glad you're doing okay.
Thank you. That does mean a little something. I'm glad that you all are doing well. And if you ever figure out well, if they ever figure out, you know where to find me.
Of course. I hope you enjoy the ceremony.
You too.
And hopefully Philomena lets me through the door.
Hey, what's your name again?
You just call me Torn.
Tadara.
Pleasure. And Torn is gonna head off to his room.
As you do, roll perception.
12.
As you make your way back, you notice Draco asleep in the hammock off to the side. Everything's quiet. You don't notice anything.
before Torn goes to bed, he's gonna find a little spot, a little farther off, a little quieter. He's just gonna look up. And he's gonna put Chaos Star in his hand.
Okay.
I don't know which of you did it or how you did it. But I appreciate it. And hopefully one day I might be able to have an actual conversation about it. Like I said, I don't know which one it was, but whoever you are.
Roll me a religion check.
No, that is not Torrent's strong suit.
No, it is not.
That fucking figures. Every fucking time. That's a 3.
No answer.
Whichever it was, just know that I appreciate it and you have my gratitude. And Torn will put Chaos Star away and he will head on to his room and head to bed.
Yeah. D.
Yeah.
You hear a knock.
Yes. Can I ask, what's in these rooms exactly? Is there like a little mirrored stand, like a little dressing table and a bed? Is it
Sure,
like just
sure, yeah.
rooms? It's like a fancy hotel room, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna kind of gently, just kind of not yell, but just when she hears him, just say, "Oh, perfect. I needed your opinion on something. Come in."
He opens it quietly, kind of. He hasn't even looked at you yet. He's just quietly closing the door.
The room is softly lit, and she is standing at the dressing table with a little mirror. Her hair is in the biggest, curliest, messiest bun, and her like sticks of gold are through it with their little jewels and decorations. She's not wearing any makeup. Her eyes are crashing ocean blue. And in her hair, this is all illusory, but in her hair, falling from it, are bunches of blood red tropical flowers, just hanging in like bunches and garlands draped over her shoulders and down her back. And that is all she is wearing.
Oh,
I didn't get the nymph right on the first try. I was a little startled. Better?
better. Yeah. Yeah. He just walks over to where one of the candles are and just puts it out. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I think that is the perfect spot.
That's a good place to end right there.
Oof. Well, that was...
She had to redeem herself.
That was
Yeah.
an amazing episode. Full of some
Wow.
great RP tonight, guys.
Mhm.
Wonderful job. I know Chris had to leave, but Chris did great.
He did. He really did.
But thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, for watching along. I know it's a little late, but this was a blast, and we appreciate you all for watching and listening. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tap the little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload. Buy the shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com. And I forgot to make this announcement at the beginning of the show because I didn't get to write it down. All of the previous, minus last week, all of the previous episodes from our return so far have been uploaded on Spotify. So if you want to give those a listen, they're on the Curbside Podcast Spotify. This episode and last week's episode should be up on there by the end of this coming week. So thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.